Yeah, that's amazing.
Thank you. Thanks. That's what I've always wanted. Drugs. All right.
The best.
Cool.
So we're
Well,
still waiting. We're still waiting on Tristan.
yeah. So, I'm gonna go AFK for a second because I'm still at my parents' house, and I'm going to drive home.
All right,
And
sounds
I
good.
will be. No,
Cool.
stop opening Twitch. I don't want to hear my own voice. No, I have to go.
Okay. So yeah, well, we're waiting on Bobby to get back and Tristan to join. Nick won't be joining us tonight. He has a family engagement.
Yeah, so I remember him mentioning that when we were trying to coordinate a live in-person game last time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit before that can happen, unfortunately, but
It's fine. Maybe next time you and I can meet somewhere, and that way there's just two locations.
yeah, that might be easier, just having two people joined instead of three. The next game will have to be cut a little short because I'll have to do something very early in the morning. But I have some pretty fun plans for it. It'll probably only be like a 2-hour session, but
Okay. So since it's just the two of us, there is one thing I wanted to bring up.
yeah, sure.
So I can't say this enough. I'm really glad that I was able to join this because I've been having a lot of fun. I've been telling everyone at work about it.
I'm glad.
Yeah, because I've been telling it's like yeah, it's like D&D, but it's like this guy's homebrew, and it's been really fun. And I told him about the whole social aphorism thing, how I basically just like almost killed two people just out of terror, and a lot of stuff. But so one thing that I've been looking forward to that we haven't really touched base on at all is the bondsman and the whole like requirements of the deities and stuff.
All right.
So
What do you have questions
I had
about?
oh no, it was more so I had an idea because I know in the description it kind of says like eventually they'll start asking requests of you, and I know when I first started I was kind of just like kind of asking a bunch of like about that whole mechanic. We're like what 5 sessions in and it's never really been touched yet. So I had an idea that maybe it's one of those like the more you use the powers either like through bondsman like the like mine where it's like I can essentially have two other ones, but it's basically the more often you use it, then the deity will start trying to contact you, be like, hey, like I gave you a couple of freebies, but you need to start like this is an exchange here. You need to start doing things for me too.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. So the thing that you are a patron to, is called
Yeah,
the antediluvian.
yeah,
It
it's a celestial being.
Not exactly. It's more like the planet itself. It is the
Oh, that's fucking
creature.
dope.
It's one of the many mountains and rocks and things that kind of form the celestial bodies. So it's by celestial bodies I mean rocks that float in space, not like creatures from the celestial plane.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
even like super cool. It's almost like Ego from Marvel.
I'm not sure. Actually, no, sorry. Yes, ego. Similar. So it's more like think of it as a sentient creature made of uh ancient minerals that can hold form and shape and create worlds by just kind of like slumbering close to one another. So you're basically gaining your powers from the sleeping mind of a primordial world being.
Oh, that sounds so dope. That's like way cooler than I understood the description to be.
I think I'm going to have to go in and redo the description and give a better explanation of what an antediluvian is. There are also things called Elohim or Elohim, which are basically manifestations of mortal thought personified through will. So if someone believes so strongly in something, it manifests into a physical form. Or sorry,
Oh,
not
wow.
if someone, but if enough people believe so strongly in something, it manifests into a physical form.
So like
So,
Santa Claus.
like what?
Like Santa Claus.
Yes. So if enough people believed in Santa Claus, he would become real. Yeah. I mean, what is that? The kind of like his idea is when people believe in him, he's stronger. that kind of thing. Yeah. So
Huh.
if and that's what demigods are in my world. They're called Elohim, and they are
Yeah.
creatures who have gained strength or manifested a physical form based on the thought of other people. But their whole objective is to get more people to believe in them. And a lot of people end up believing that they are gods. They they worship them as gods because they can bestow upon them power based on the belief that they do. So like it's kind of like, if you believe it'll give you powers, it'll probably give you powers.
Yeah.
Most people don't just like go around assuming that this is an Elohim because like sometimes it's not an Elohim. Sometimes it is a celestial being. It's hard to tell the
Yeah.
difference until it like manifests. But that's essentially what demigods are in my world. And
I
then
like that.
and then there's the Nephilim that are actually half god, half
Yes.
yeah.
So I kind of like I really like that concept because it's like it really plays into the fact that they're like a demigod where they're not a full god, but they have godlike abilities depending on how strong their believer's faith is.
Exactly. So if you've got like like a small group of 100 people that believe in something, it won't be a super powerful entity, but it will have some powers. Whereas if you have a mass cult that spans the continent and you've got hundreds of thousands of followers, those believers and followers will bestow upon the creature will swell and gain more strength and power.
Yeah, I like that. I really like the way you imagine and create things. It's been really fun.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I
Yeah, of
do
course.
my best. So while we're waiting, the stream is still technically up and running, so we can start kind of giving a little bit of a recap of what happened last time. What do you remember happening last time?
Last thing I remember was I caught that weird kobold thing. I scared it, and then I shoved a finger in its mouth to heal it enough so it didn't die. And then it got angry, and then I tried to intimidate it into talking. I scared the shit out of it again, and it fainted. I ended up meeting with one of the party. I don't remember which one. Basically, gave them the body because I ended up going a different direction. I don't remember why, and then that's all I remember.
You went to join up with the rest of the party, because the rest of the party was going to meet up together in a at the place at the house.
Oh yeah, the tunnel, the hole, right?
Yeah, and uh, Aloris wanted to go to the docks to investigate some more, I think, to look around
Oh,
the
that's right.
dockside with the brother. He wanted to bring the brother, whose name you guys did get, if you recall what the brother of the victim. Do you remember what their
Yeah.
names were?
Um, uh, I'm
I
drawing a
do.
blank.
I do. I just wanted to make sure you guys actually got the names before I gave them to you.
Um, I believe we did. I'm just not the best note taker.
Okay, that's fine.
Um,
I'll give it to you. So the one who died, his name was Basil. The one who is alive's name is Time. Their names are Time and Basil.
oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah. So those are the entities. The two brothers. So those people, and then you had the little guy in cuffs, the little rat person who was stalking you, who asked you
Yeah.
for drugs. Well, he was stalking you to get payment so that he could go buy drugs, and unfortunately for him, you guys caught him, and you figured out why he's stalking you because there's a gang after you.
Oh, okay. So this
Yes.
is this a creature that I went after?
Yeah, the one that you spotted in the
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
this is
So
the
so
very
he's
same.
awake now and basically told the party that he was just like, hey, I'm basically a meth head and you guys are being targeted by a gang.
Yep. And the gang was going to give me money, and drugs to apprehend you, or not to apprehend you, just to dig up dirt on you, to follow you guys around and sneak, listen, and figure out what you guys are about, figure out what you want and why you trashed their spot, so that they could either get revenge or figure out what they needed to do with you guys.
Ironically, he's basically a shitty PI.
Yeah, kinda. He's less of a PI and more of like a spy. not like a SB.
I was more using it to play up the irony of it. I mean, I understand he's not
yeah,
an actual private investigator.
he's spying on the spies. He's
Yeah,
investigating the investigators.
but also trying to get drugs.
Mostly just trying to get drugs. And his name was Kriksha.
Kriksha. I do vaguely remember that.
And then the other characters that you've met um, Black, the the blacksmith. His name is Blacksmith, the blacksmith.
Yeah.
He ran the shop that's like a block and a half down away from Lockshire and Associates is
Yeah, it was where one of the party got the loner armor that kind of sucks.
Yep, the loner armor, and then you met Hetcha, the apothecarian and healer in the building right next to blacksmith. I am going to make a actual like map of Rogue's Row, but for now, it'll just be theater of mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. Now we are still waiting on people. I might have to hail them. I do believe I know Bobby is like he just had to jump on and then jump off, but Tristan Tristan should know.
And Tristan is Aloris, right?
Tristan is Aloris, yes.
Okay. Have you been to Triangle Rock Club?
I don't think I have.
It's pretty nice. I went on Sunday with a friend of mine. I've been climbing with him before, and because he's a member, so he basically got me for free. And then while I was there was like this thing where it was like, oh, first time here for $29, you can get 2-week pass including rentals. And I was like, I mean, okay. So I'm gonna be climbing a couple days a week.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. I scarcely go climbing. Not for any reason other than just like I never think to do it, or I never I don't know. It's not something that I wouldn't be willing to do. I
Yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying. Yeah, it's not something like I said, man, it's been over a year since I last climbed. Of just like wanting to get out of the house, and I was like, and talked to my buddy, and he was like, "You want to go climbing?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm down for that." And then like I said, it was like for $29 because it's normally $20 per day pass. I was like, so if I go twice, I already made out on I already made a good deal. But I can basically go like anytime I want during the 2 weeks. So I learned my lesson because last time I got a 2-week pass, I climbed every single day, and by the fourth day, I couldn't use my hands, and that's not good for work.
No,
So I'm taking breaks in between. So I did Sunday, Monday. I'm taking today off. I'm doing Wednesday, and I'm doing Friday. And I probably won't climb during the weekend, but I'm gonna go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday next week too.
I've been like the most exercise I've been getting is I picked skateboarding back up just during the nicer days, so I've been skateboarding a little bit, but other than that, I've mostly just been walking to work, and that's it.
And you said you're vegan, correct?
I am vegan.
Because I still want to try to make you vegan chocolate chip cookies.
It is not easy, but it's not hard. It's just finding the right ingredients so that the dough is still fluffy and the cookie is still crisp and chewy. It's just trial and error.
Yep. Well, if I'm for one, I mean, I wanted to do it, but also like it's something to challenge myself, and also just that way in case there's anyone else in my life that's like, oh hey, I'm vegan. I'm like, oh well, I can still make cookies. The positives I made turned out really well. A lot of people at work really liked them.
Awesome.
Ooh.
I'm back.
Welcome. We're still waiting on Tristan.
I see that. How could he? How dare?
I messaged him, and he's yet to see it, so I'm gonna call him.
Yeah, he's in some place. There's a good chance he's asleep.
At 7, I doubt it. Hello? Yeah, we're starting. Cool.
Maybe he's too busy doing Elixir.
True. Dude, he's sipping floor juice straight from the floor.
Oh, Jesus Christ, floor juice. I don't want to hear the word floor juice ever again. I don't want to think about floor juice. We dumped out our cranberry juice in our house because we didn't want to smell cranberry juice ever again.
Yeah, I noticed.
Wait, what?
Next year, I'm making sangria, and that's what we're going to drink. We're going to drink sangria.
No. Floor juice is a staple.
But it's sangria, Bobby. It'll be my sangria.
So what is floor juice?
It's juice that we found on the floor.
Oscar says you can't break their tradition. Oh, I'll break
Thank you, Oscar.
I'll break it, Bobby. I'll come up there with like.
You.
Is that a threat or a promise?
Both.
Oh my.
So what's funny is the first thing I thought you said was florgies. I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
what is a florgie?
Nah, floor juice.
Yeah, I heard that the second time, but yeah, at first I was like, what the fuck is a florgie? I'm like, Katsucon gets pretty wild, I guess.
Bobby, would you like to regale Nathan and anyone who happens to be watching this what the hell floor juice is?
Yeah. Once I can reconnect my phone. But disconnected.
You're disconnected.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Kinda. It's all glitchy and weird.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
That's better, I think. Oh, no.
Oh no, that's real bad.
That's
it sounds like
worse.
a non-functioning robot.
Yeah, it sounds like you're talking through a kazoo, but also got kicked in the nuts.
No. And half straw, half plunger, and designed to extract the juice from the walkie bits of houses. That is not what this device is, and what's in this bottle is a horrible amalgamation of several things that are illegal and just downright irresponsible to own in this day and age.
Bobby, what are you talking about? What is happening?
Floor juice.
It sounds like he jumped in halfway through explaining floor juice.
Yeah, Bobby, we missed the first half of it.
Oh, okay. Fuck you.
Your headphones all breaky uppy.
I noticed. Basically, there's just a giant spiel. What floor juice is Jim Beam apple and cranberry juice. Because me and my friends are alcoholics, but we want to be able to like have things taste good. So we bought a bunch of Jim Beam apple, and the original. So here's the full story that nobody ever tells, and I don't know why. I guess people just like to leave me out of the story. So basically, the full story is at one con 5 years ago, or 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. We my friend Otto and my friend Arthur went to a con, and they had Welch's white grape and apple juice. To this day, none of us have ever seen Welch's white grape and apple juice. We're pretty sure it's a myth. But they had that juice and Jim Beam apple. And so we're like, all right, cool. These will pair well together. And they mixed it up, tasted great. A couple months later at Katsucon, this was Katsucon exactly 4 years ago, because it was my second Katsucon with this group of friends. We all went to the Waynesboro Walmart, and we're walking around, and they're like, hey, they're trying to find this juice. and they're, we can't find it anywhere. So they all look at me and they go, "All right, Bobby, what you're an alcoholic and work, in a kitchen and know it tastes good. What should we mix with Jim Beam apple?" And I was still a young bab at the time and barely knew about drinking, and had worked as a server for a little bit, and like Dylan kind of taught me how to bartend, sort of. So I was like, well, usually cranberry juice will mix well with anything. I like cran raspberry, but whatever.
So you made a Washington apple.
Right. So yeah, we reinvented the Washington apple, and by reinvented I mean it's just a Washington apple. It's just 2 parts cranberry juice, whatever type of cranberry juice you want. It varies. Some cons we do raspberry, some cons we do regular, some cons we do
Testing.
and pomegranate.
All right, it's working. Cool. All right.
Sweet. So yeah, and so it just kind of varies on which juice we use. But it's always Jim Beam apple. It's always a 2-to-1 ratio, and so that was the invention of the drink. So the reason it's called floor juice is we just kind of went around telling everyone it was Jim Beam apple and cranberry juice. Well, that's a lot of syllables. So we wanted to come up with a really good name for it, and then I want to say it was NecoCon 2018 or NecroCon 2019, whichever one I wasn't at. They all went to the rave and left the floor juice. Or no, it was Conapalooza 2017. The first Conapalooza I wasn't at, and they went to the rave late at night and left accidentally. They're plastered drunk. Left the bottle of cranberry apple on the floor. Woke up the next morning, expected it to be gone, never saw it again. So later, when they got to the convention, went into the room where the rave was and just saw everything was cleaned up except for that single bottle was still there on the floor. So they picked it up, and we went around the entire convention offering people shots of, our concoction. And they went, "All right, well, what is it? Like, what am I drinking?" And we go, "Okay, well, it's floor juice." We found it on the floor. We came up with the whole spiel of in 1888, Sir Florence Drusington, and went on that whole tangent for a good while. And there was a whole bit to it where it's just like, after, I used to have really bad knees, and then after two shots of floor juice, now I can't, now my head explodes every time I pee.
Oh my god.
You start off with you have a problem and you drink floor juice about it, but instead of fixing your problem, it gives you a significantly worse problem that has nothing to do with your original problem.
It also makes your entire room smell like cranberry juice and vomit.
So it's the Major Pain situation of solving a problem.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You ever see that movie?
Yep. Yes. Great movie. Fantastic movie.
So yeah, and so that's the story of floor juice, and so it's been a con tradition for me and my degenerates for the last 4 years.
Cool. Gotcha. We just waiting on Nick then.
Sir Nicholas will not be with us. Yeah, he's a plebe, and when he watches this live stream or recording later, he gets to hear us all call him obscene names. So go ahead, give him the old Nick, you're a bitch, and fuck you.
I don't have it in me. I'll give him. I can only give it to him at his face.
Fair enough.
Then I'm very creative.
But let's go ahead and do a quick little recap one more time on the official start of the game. So we're gonna go ahead and start up now. Who wants to give a little recap of what happened last time? Nathan and I already gave like a little bit of a discussion about it, but who else? Who else wants?
So you're asking Bobby or I to do it, is what you're getting at?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, I can give a per Russ's perspective.
Perfect.
All right. From Russ's perspective, we had ended the previous session with him partially up a wall. So he continued climbing up that wall. Last time on Dungeon Balls Deep, and after realizing that the first floor that he was at wasn't going to be where he was going to go in, so he went up to one more floor just to check it out. saw a gang meeting, was like, okay, that's cool. Don't need to be a part of this. And then he saw one of the targets that we were supposed to be looking for. Was being, as far as he could tell, locked in a back room. There was a latch, a slide, and then they opened the door, and there was a frail, skinny-looking bastard on the other side that looked like the individual we had seen in through magical visions of I don't know what that machine was called or that table was called, that scrying table or something like that.
It was like a scry table.
Yeah. So anyway, realized the kind of had to go get him. So went in through the window after putting an arrow into a big oni, and from there things devolved into basically combat. Yeah. We tried to avoid it. Sorry, I got dogs over here, so they're yapping.
Boof, boof, boof.
Okay, I'm gonna cut it short right there. My mother just showed up, so I'm gonna just say hi to her real quick. But yeah, that's pretty much how it went down. Afterwards, we did an escape.
Yep, you didn't escape. You climbed down the wall. You went separate places, and then you all met up at the docks.
Maybe.
And your reasoning for going to the docks was varied, but I do believe the main reason was Russ wanted to show the person who's with him, name is Thyme, wanted to show them the location of where his brother was very, very gruesomely displayed. Yeah. So all of you meet up all around that area, standing around and kind of like lingering about. You're all standing here. You do have a rat person in handcuffs on the ground. The rest of you are standing around. Dock workers are kind of moving around about you. It is like kind of midday right now, so it's sun's up.
Totally forgot to say about that part that we had gotten a bunch of information from him. And
you did.
Sorry, I'm in a place that's not my house, so all of my things are in weird spots. So let me go find my book.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. Y'all continue. I'll be right back.
Tart, is there anything you want to add?
I got us in with the bartender and that one specific gang, or at least me and Lockshire, because he hired us to he basically hired us to go deal with our dumbass friends, even though he didn't know it was our dumbass friends.
Yep.
And that devolved into shenanigans and combat, and then we all left, not together. And I somehow talked us out of why we let them get away, because I had to heal someone, because some people are a little too good at killing.
Yes. Yes, you did have to heal a few of the injured individuals. One of them was completely dead. You healed the snake lady. She didn't seem too happy about anything. And Lockshire insulted a mob boss by calling him a scrub.
Lockshire insulted a lot of people for a lot of reasons. He also, I'm pretty sure just talked to some people that actually weren't there. I'm not convinced they exist.
Are you talking about the two Aleph who were leaned up against the wall? Yeah, they were there. They were. I mean, I don't think you ended up seeing them. They kind of disappeared
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. In character, yeah, no, not entirely sure that they were actually there.
Fair enough. But a lot of you are all kind of standing around on this dockside pier. Let me go ahead and pull that up for you.
When you say pull it up, where should we look for this information?
Roll 20, probably.
Roll 20.
Okay. Cool. Just making sure. That wasn't on Discord.
I'm currently not on Roll20 if people can explain to me things that are, and not explain to me things that are important. Also, Tristan, when are you coming home?
That'll be tomorrow night. I'll be setting off because I have court on Friday.
Cool.
So, but you'll be coming to Richmond?
I mean, the night before, yeah.
Yeah. So you'll just be going straight from there to... No, I guess you'll be back there on Wednesday. Okay, never mind. Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah. So, Right, right. You were all standing around, so there's just this long dockside pier. It's the same one that the the not so pleasant situation of finding maimed corpses was.
Yeah,
And
we have not told the brother that this is where his brother was butchered.
you have not. And if just I'll just one more time give you that name again. The brothers' names were Time and Basil. Basil is the dead one.
So,
It was
so they're
funny
named
that
after
I almost
spices.
said word
Yes.
for word the exact same thing.
Yep, they were named after spices.
It's the Spice
Herbs.
Boys.
Those are herbs.
It's the Spice Boys.
It is
The
in
herby
fact
Guardian
boys.
Irby
Spice.
Boys.
It's just High Guardian Spice.
Yeah. So you are all around here. The brother Time. Time is looking very concerned and just kind of looking around, hoping to get some answers soon. Cricksha, the little rat person, is still in cuffs, and is kind of nervously standing around. You have him, if you recall, pinned to the ground with a spear
Yes.
through handcuffs.
Yes.
Yeah.
With the top of said spear is wider than the cuff link, so he can't just pull it off the top of the spear.
Yup. All right. The
All
floor
right.
is still all of yours. Still your floor.
Well, we've gotten the information we needed out of him. I look over at Lockshire and I say, if it is no problem for you, I'm going to take these people to, I look at the rat person. I'm going to take him specifically to lockup.
Lockshire looks at you and gives you a nod. I believe that is correct. In order. Yes. Good job, associate. And he gives you a wink.
And I just give him a sort of. I just give him a nod. Let's just go with that. And then I pull the spear out of the dude's handcuffs and just grab him by in between the shackles, the chain between his shackles, and just lead him the direction the guards pointed in the way of where I could take him for, processing.
The brother is like, should I follow, or should I just stay here at the docks, or...
You're with, and I look over at Lockshire. You good to babysit?
I suppose I wouldn't call it babysitting. And he looks over at the person. He looks over at Time and gives like a kind of a devilish grin, and the brother recoils away. And you'll take the person to the jail.
That is the intention.
Alrighty. Who all is going to go with Aloris to take the creepy little guy to jail, and who is going to stay at the dockside with Lockshire?
I'm gonna stay at the dock.
Hey. Okay. Well, if you're going to stay at the dock, then I will go with us to the jail.
All right. As you see the... Hang on one second.
Once I see you following me, Tart, I just look down at you and go, something you need?
Well, I've nowhere else to be, and I don't want to be around that whole whatever that is.
Well, if you're okay with just running errands, that's all I'll be doing, but you're welcome to follow along.
Significantly better than whatever it is Lockshire keeps getting us into. You weren't inside that hookah bar.
I look at the rat person. Away from prying ears, I'll tell you more, but I have a fairly good grasp on what happened.
Cricksha, give more for freedom. You ask, please do not. Cricksha will not survive. Please.
Correct, so you should have thought about that before you threatened one of my friends with a scroll of destruction.
It was for safety. Cricksha's safety.
Yeah.
Yes, it probably was, considering the job that you were doing is for people that want to hunt us.
Cricksha's gonna attempt to escape again.
Alright, I'll just strength the pose or whatever I have to do.
Yeah.
Alright, so just D10?
Yep, D10. d10. So it'll be a physical plus
Fuck you.
athletics check. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, physical plus athletics, just for funsies. That's a 15.
A 15. Yeah. Kriksha wiggles and squirms back away from you, and you just pull forward, knocking Kriksha down. And then you just keep walking as you drag
I
Kriksha.
lift him back up onto his feet by the chains and just I pull him up like eye level with me, just looking him in the face. Please don't make me have to break your legs. And then I just set him back on the ground.
The humans mean. Kriksha hate. Kriksha hate. And the entire rest of the walk, Kriksha's just kind of mumbling and crying.
All right, well.
Kavak, you see the rest of the party disappear into the distance, leaving you and Lockshire standing above not above, standing next to a growingly concerned-looking individual. Lockshire looks at this not boy.
The brother's still with them, right?
The brother is still with them.
Yeah,
Lockshire
he's like
looks
30, you said.
Yeah, he's like 30. Lockshire looks at this man, looks him up and down, and gives a long, deep sigh. I have some unfortunate news for you. And he puts his hand on the brother's shoulder. It looks like we need your help because, well, he looks at you, Kavak. I'm not good at these sort of things. And he walks away. And he gestures for you to deliver the bad news. And he just turns around and is sort of like looking around the corner, biting one of his knuckles, waiting, tapping his foot.
I sigh, and I look at time, and I try my best to be as unintimidating as I can, knowing my appearance is not the most unintimidating. But I try to I gently place a hand on his shoulder, and I'm like, "We brought you here because we found your brother." And he.
Before you finish, roll me a social plus presence check.
All right.
Make you not scary.
Yeah.
Or scarier, depending on your roll.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay. So low would be scary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the lower you
yeah.
get, and it'll be a social plus presence check.
All right.
Anyone ever see that part of Madagascar where Alex the lion tries to not intimidate the lemur? And
That's good.
remember that?
Okay.
Yes.
So I got
Yes.
3. We got 7 plus 3 plus 2, so 12.
12 is good. You can tell that like your presence is calming. You're not like enforcing any intimidating like demeanor on him. You aren't like whatever emotions he feels are not going to be negative because of like your telling of this. So you're not going to deliver this in any way worse than it could ever be delivered.
Yeah. Your brother's fucking dead, dude.
It's fucking dead,
No,
bro.
I'm kidding.
It's fucking dead.
No, I'm kidding. No, it's,
Skinless. It was awful, man. It smelled bad. Like I saw it. Oof. Do not envy him.
He fucking died crying.
Just like you, bitch. Shove him into the water. Why? Why? No, I'm just kidding. Carry on.
Just
Carry on.
make this family suffer.
So like I said, I place my hand on his shoulder. I'm just like, we brought you here because we need your help. We found your brother here the other night, and it was not a pretty sight. It was rough, and we want to bring we want to not even avenge him. We want to we're going to make sure that the monster that did this doesn't do this again. And so we want to know if there's any way you could help us.
He just kind of like is looking around, and his eyes are clearly distant. It looks like he's starting to like disassociate. I expected this. I knew that something like this would happen, but He continues to just kind of stare away.
I want to hug him.
You're gonna give him a hug?
Yep.
Do it. You just embrace him.
Yep.
He doesn't hug back, but like he accepts it. He doesn't recoil. He's doesn't smell great. He smells like he hasn't showered in a couple of days. He reeks of like tobacco smoke and this astringent kind of medical smell. And he just kind of like heaves a little bit. You can feel his body shaking. I need to go somewhere. I don't want to be here.
I understand. Let's take a walk. Let's just walk down the dock and just step away for a second. So
All right.
I just want to walk with him, just like my move distance, just 20 feet away, just away from the docks and the water and
Yeah,
stuff.
as you turn and you walk away, you see over your shoulder Lockshire just giving you a thumbs up. So you get him to the end of the dock. You're both standing there. He kind of just sits down, using the dock pillar to ease himself to his knees, and then into sort of like a sitting position, legs swaying over the dockside, water kind of just crashing, the distant sound of gulls tripping in the background, the sound of dock workers picking things up and putting them back down, moving crates, scraping, and it's a very somber scene. It's the cool air just breezes over, wind blowing his messy, unkempt hair. But you don't see any tears, anything like that.
Yeah.
He looks up at you. What can I do to help? I mean, I'm not a fighter, I'm not an investigator, I don't know who would have done this, I'm not... What can I do?
There's a lot more. You probably know a lot of things, but there's probably ways you can help that you may not realize. I wave Lockshire over. I'm sure we can find a way that you can help and maybe even have some satisfaction in getting justice for your brother.
Right, yes. Lockshire walks over, and as he walks past you, he just nods. You did good. Very good. I'm proud of you. And then he keeps walking past you, and then leans over the brother, leans over Time, and seems to be having a conversation. If you want to listen in, you can, but they're just kind of speaking to one another.
Yeah, I want to listen.
Okay. That dialogue will be given when Nick is available to actually give it. But until then, Nick eventually stands up, or not Nick, sorry, Lockshire eventually stands up off of the dock, walks over, and hands him a card, and just pats him on the back and says, "You know where to find us. Come, Kavak, we have more work to do." And he pulls out a notebook and flips to a page. I think this is a promising lead, and he puts his thumb on the Umbrella Underground, written in this like sort of cursive font. Let's meet up with the rest of the group. The rest of the group.
Yo.
You guys are walking to the prison.
Prison.
I was going to whenever I got the guards that gave me the shackles for this fucker, they gave me directions to where I should take him. So, I'm just going to wherever they directed me.
Would that have been the same place where I was, incarcerated for my time, my punishment?
No, you wouldn't. So it depends. Are you taking him to the the jail or the prison or the guard barracks. You said the one that the guards would have gestured you to.
Yeah.
They would
Yeah.
have told you to bring him to the jail at the end of
Okay.
the row.
That's the only one that I have directions to, so that's the one I would go to. Because, like I said, they gave me directions to a spot, and that was the one that that's the only one I know about. So that's where I'd have to bring them.
Would have been where I was locked up.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Then easy. Then it's not the prison. I don't need to pull up the picture of it. You get to the thing. You wander through the row. The same thing that happens every time you walk through the row. You see the sad, decrepit people huddling in the corners. I mean, it's midday, so it's less of that and more of people wandering about, meandering. You have a lot of panhandlers asking for money, snake oil salesmen on the side of the road trying to hawk valuables that they either procured illegally or have marked up significantly. But if you ignore and just eyes forward, steadfast down the row, you make it through to the other side.
It's the intention.
All right.
Katsukan.
Yeah, exactly. You get to the other end, cross a few blocks, walk over a bridge, and there you are, standing in front of the guard barracks, or the jail.
Alright.
The jail, which is right next to the guard barracks.
I'm going to again try to put on an air of authority like I did last time. I did pass my previous roll on this. So if you,
It's
know.
a different group of people, different
Okay.
guard. I mean, like it's yeah.
I just
so
said like I know how to do this is what I was getting at. So I was just curious if that helps at all. But
you can.
all right. So what am I using
to
to?
assist with the presence.
Okay, so it'll be a mental plus social plus presence check with
Okay.
The assistant of Tarts.
All right. So it's gonna be my roll plus 5 plus whatever Tart gives me. So that's gonna be 9 on my roll, and then Tart, what is your additional pluses?
Just another 6.
Another 6. Okay, so 15 in total.
Brilliant. Yeah, you both step up in this bitch like you know what you're doing, and the implication of like what you guys are doing here is also like kind of immediate as soon as you walk in the door, wielding toting a person in lockups. They also the person behind the counter recognize you. Oh, let me grab that name. I think it was Abernathy. No, that wasn't it. It was Dudley. It was Mr. Dudley. So you waltz up in. Mr. Dudley is behind the counter. If you remember, it was a Asrian individual, long, kind of like hookish beak nose, slick back feathered head, 4 eyes, 2 sets of winged arms, and this very lean, thin, black, oil slick bird-like body.
Gotcha. I go, Mr. Dudley, and I just like wait for a little bit of like a look of either what's the word for it? Recognition. There you go.
Mr. Dudley looks up with one set of his 2 eyes. The other 2 are down, still looking at the book.
Fair. Okay, cool. I mean, hey, if your brain can do 2 things like that at once, do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just motion forward with the rat person in my right hand, push him forward, and I go, Lockshire and Associates, we have an assailant to, well, bring to your attention.
He closes the 2 eyes.
Hello.
Deposit. He closes the 2 eyes
Yeah.
that would be looking at the book and flips the book shut, keeping the page with one of his fingers. He looks up at you. And what is it that this assailant has done?
Well, for one, they attempted to, and have confessed with intent to murder one of our friends.
Cricksha done nothing! Cricksha done nothing wrong! You liar! Lying, thieving human!
We also believe this one works for the group that is potentially responsible for the attacks. We have not been able to fully interrogate him, but we needed someplace safe to keep him.
Unfortunately, we cannot detain an individual without proof of provocation, but if you would like, I can
What-
establish the proper paperworks to...
What is proof? Is not multiple individuals bearing eyewitness not proof or reason to hold somebody for charges?
Well,
I am, of course, willing to file charges if that's what you need.
that was what I was getting at. I would need you to file the paperworks. We can...
1 second, people are talking to me.
I have the scroll he was going to use to on Kavak.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
I think
Tar-
I have. I'm 90% sure I have that because he handed it to me saying, "Hey, I can't read this. Decipher it for me."
Okay, Kavak, did you intend on getting that scroll back, or did you want to leave it with Tart?
I was under the impression that I was keeping it, but I mean that's fine. I mean it
No,
is what it is.
It's okay. If you wanted to keep it, then that means it stays on your person. But
Yeah,
if,
I just needed help deciphering it.
Okay. Then Kavak still has it, but you can still bring that up as a
That's
yeah.
then yeah, I would bring that up. Just go. Well, I'm sure our friends will be along shortly if I can find them. And they have one of them, the one who was attacked, currently has the scroll that was almost used on him. If that helps.
Right. Well, it's good enough, I suppose. Yeah. But you can't just have him in cuffs. He needs to be here willingly. You're not unless you're a member of the...
Excuse me, bring him willingly. How exactly do I bring in somebody who is attacking me then? Would you have preferred that we settle it in the streets?
I would have preferred you get a guard involved.
I did. How do you think I got the cuffs? They just unfortunately were not willing to walk here themselves.
You see him just with his hands, and I am assuming that this happened within the row.
It did. That was where our investigation was at that point in time.
Of course it was. Our jurisdictions within the row are limited.
Is it not part of your city?
It is a part of the city that is in a state of martial law, as it were.
Excellent. Well, then who's in charge of the martial government?
It would be, well, the martial law. Sorry, martial law is not the right term.
You're fine.
I'm trying to think of the word for militia enforced, I suppose. Privatized.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It would, I guess you'd consider that it's under public jurisdiction right now.
Yeah, it is under privatized militaristic governorship. The row is its own beast. We do not maintain as much law there as we'd like to. It's why you see less guard activity within the row. It is enforced by individual private organizations.
Apparently not.
Well,
Because
my point is that my employer was threatened by this man, and I cannot simply allow him to return to my employer and carry out his threats.
I understand. Here's what we will do. He leans over the window area, slides open this little like glass pane, and leans out, stretches his long neck out towards Kriksha. You, if you were to confess to your crimes, you would be put into a jail cell for a week, under our protection, and you would be fed. I'm going to give him a half-assed attempt at a persuasion. Yeah, absolute fail. Big ol' fail. Cricksha squirms and struggles to no avail. Cricksha cannot get out of your... Cricksha done nothing! Cricksha, walk around, Cricksha, listen, Cricksha, do what is okay. You liars, you bullies.
You tried to stab me.
I will give you the paperwork to sign, and we will take a account of this. If it is to happen again with the same individual, then perhaps we could move forward from there. But as it stands,
Then what would be the point of levying charges?
It would be a account of an event, a chronicle, enough chronicles, and we can...
I'm sorry to ask you this, but your profession seems to be bureaucratic in nature. So if in the event that someone robbed or stole from our establishment and we apprehended them, you're telling me that you would be able to do absolutely nothing about it?
Robbing is different.
Then
now, if
attempted murder?
Attempted murder... also different. Now, when you... These things that happen in the row, murders, and I hate to say it so dryly, but happen every day. This one didn't murder you, and didn't rob you. You should just be thankful that you got through the row alive. It's not a pleasant place to be. If I were you, I would get out of there. And soon.
Understood. And again, more bureaucratic questions. I'm not from the city, so I need to know how far the law protects me in the event of these situations happening again. And since I clearly cannot bring a individual here if they threaten or attack my employer, what exactly do you suggest I do?
Now that is a question that I can answer for you. You would find your domain king, or lord, or whatever they like to call themselves. Basically the baron, or slum lord, or dragon. They all pick silly, ridiculous names. The leader of the territory in which the crime occurred. Bring it before them and they might do something about it. But they also might hurt you. They're fickle and psychotic people.
So if I'm getting this correctly, if I am attacked in the future, I should leave the situation, go find a crime lord, ask them what to do, and then return to the situation and deal with it?
Let me put it to you this way. If you are standing on a corner, and you walk up to someone and you ask them, "Hi, how do you do?" and they stab you and take your wallet, and then run away, and you catch them and you stab them back. Take your wallet back. Maybe you don't take their wallet, maybe you just take yours back. But they are now unconscious and injured. You haven't killed them, and maybe you walk away, or maybe you drag them somewhere. Say this person, you now have proof. You have a stab wound matching their knife. They have a stab wound matching your knife. You've stabbed each other. A kingpin might just say, "Eye for an eye. It's settled. All is well now." Another kingpin might say, "Now you get to cut off his hand." Another kingpin might say, "I don't know. Seems nothing happened. You've now stabbed one of my men. Now I get to stab you again." Are you getting what I'm saying? These are psychotic people. Just stay out of the row, and you'll be fine. Law stretches out of the row. If this happened anywhere else, I would interrogate this person, come to an understanding between the two parties, and perhaps maybe I decide, it's not even up to me, but nothing is wrong, or something is wrong. And what I'm getting at is, no one was hurt here, and this feller is apprehended. I don't recommend just letting him go, but you can't just have a person in cuffs here. You're not an authority member.
Well aware. So, you don't recommend that I let him go? What do we do in this situation?
Kill him.
You take him back to the row. You uncuff
And then
him.
stab him.
And whatever happens to him in the row happens to him in the row.
Jesus.
Very well. And I'd look over at Tart. Anything else?
Not that I can think of. All I heard was take him back to the row and stab him.
Now, no, I did not. Do you, by any chance, have the guards' names who just gave you cuffs and said off with him?
They were belligerently, well, one of them was belligerently drunk, but I give him this description.
And do you say the location of where you ran into these guards?
Yes.
Okay. He writes it down. This guard, this is the person who will be dealt with. What they have done is not okay. They should have taken this individual from you, and none of this would be happening right now. What should have happened is they take this person off of your hands, and it will be dealt with outside of... But now, things are all mucked up.
If you wish, I could just step outside the door and hand him over to whatever guard you're willing to give me. I will say nothing else after that. As you've said.
It is too late. I have already heard the story, and it is, according to the law, out of my hands. Take him back to the row, uncuff him there.
Did I lose everybody, or did everybody just stop talking?
I think you lost
Kavak
everyone.
went AFK.
No, I'm back.
I think I lost everybody.
Oh no.
Oh.
So won't we?
Oh, he can't hear us at all now.
So won't we,
Great.
and sad we won't.
Well, that's on his bullshit. I don't know what to say about it.
Kind of silly, but not wee.
Dylan, you're here. You want to message him?
I just did.
Okay.
I messaged the group.
Oh, okay. I'm here.
Wait,
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, that was
Oh.
super weird. Like,
All right.
that was super fucking weird. Like, everything just stopped.
Cool.
In
Well.
the future, deliver this person to a guard before bringing them to me, and the guards will deal with it. In this instance, it is no longer something I can comfortably take off of your hands.
I appreciate that. I did attempt to do so. I apologize that the first person I approached did not know what they were doing.
It is beyond your fault. It is a fault of the system and hiring mistake. It will
Very
be
well.
remedied, hopefully, swiftly.
I look down. Regardless, I have business to attend. Looking down at the the little man.
Cricksha squirms and wiggles.
And
See,
I
nothing wrong. I am good. Cricksha good. You are bad. Bad man.
I actually chuckle at that time. And then just start leading him outside if no one stops me.
Nope, no one stops you. Tart, do you
Cool.
follow?
Of course I do.
Sweet. I'm sorry, Tristan. It's just...
No, you're fine. You're fine. I was pushing every which way I could for that, but I was being stonewalled.
Yeah. Realistically, they don't want to put people in this jail that aren't murderers. Like, it's just like they don't... Nope.
Even if they weren't attempted murderers.
Tip.
Apparently, I should have just let him kill you. Then we would have been fine.
No, you should have killed him and then
Stabbed him first.
and then shoved his body into a corner and left him there. That's basically
I
what the
don't
Birdman
do
is
that.
telling. I know, but that's basically what the Birdman is saying. The Birdman is saying if you're in the row and someone tries to stab you, you're better off just stabbing them back, making them be dead, and then fucking off with the rest of your day.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to lead them to one of those mini accesses that we found that lead down into the sewers. That's where I'm gonna go. And I, at this point, inform Tart that it's probably best if she regroups with everyone else.
Okay.
Oh, you never let me have any fun, and then I go regroup with everyone.
So they were on this way as well. So we'll say all four of you meet up together. 5 actually. You have you have time with you, but all 5 of you are standing before like the main street cross between the entrance to the row and one of the streets that leads over to the bridge side. And all 5 of you are now just standing in the street.
Well, hello.
Lockshire kind of gestures widely in a direction. I suggest we go and see the Umbrella Underground. Seems like they have information for in exchange for a odd jobs sort of situation? I think maybe. He looks to all of you. That might be the best course of action.
Fine with me. I do want to ask what happened at the jail.
We got told we need to stab this guy, and we should have done it before.
Crickshaw wiggles and squirms more.
Oh,
No!
I didn't.
No!
I didn't go with the combat lolly. I went somewhere else.
Oh,
Remember?
are you taking? Oh, you took him with you. Okay, okay. So
Yeah. The
gotcha.
intention was I'm bringing him with me down to the tunnels.
Okay, that's fine. So you all meet up in the sewer. You're taking him down in the tunnels. So you
Mhm.
that's fine. So you say that Tart and Crickshaw's not screaming because Crickshaw's not there. I mean Crickshaw's probably screaming somewhere else.
Crickshaw is screaming a horrible, painful death. Yeah. Russ went to go deal with them in the way that we should have immediately.
Oh, Lockshire makes a concerned face. That is not how we do things. That's not what we do.
That's what the guard guy told us to do.
I will speak with him and Lockshire.
I wouldn't. He seemed pretty interested in his book.
I know how to talk to people, Tart. I appreciate it, but I know what I'm doing. And Lockshire
I don't believe you.
Lockshire marches his way back into the police room and looks to both of you. You two wait out here.
Oh, I'm not going back in there.
Lockshire goes inside. Doors close behind him. You have no idea what happens inside of that. But he opens the door, patting his hands together. Well, that went well. Anyways, let's wait for Russ. How long do you think we have?
Depends on how much he wants to drag it out. I'm gonna assume not very much, so...
Do you know which way
know.
he went? We need to stop him. This is not the way we do things.
Towards the tunnels? Or the docks?
Well, let's go find him. I'm gonna have Lockshire roll to search. It's a +6 in total.
Fuck.
Alright. In the sewers, Russ, you drag this little guy down into the sewers. What are you doing?
Yeah, so once we get to a place where there's no longer people around, I take the spear that I have, the sword thing that I have that I turn into a spear, and I just shove it through the chains back into the ground to do the thing that I did last time, just to keep him in place.
Right. He squirms some more, and
yeah. I look at him and I say, well, this justice system just failed you and I both today, hasn't it, Crickser?
It doesn't. We can work this out. We can maybe.
I'm assuming you've gathered by now that I'm not from the city, and we do things a little differently where I'm from. You see, there's different punishments for different crimes. Obvious ones, things like theft usually only results in the loss of a few fingers, a hand maybe, depending on the size of the theft. Kingslayers, well, that's usually a beheading, but there are other crimes, such as attempted murder, that usually result.
No murder! Crick's a lie! It for not for murder. It for seeing better. It for good sight.
I'm sure it was, Crickser, but the unfortunate part is that I can't allow you to be in a situation to do this again. So, I'm going to have to take this into my own hands here, as they've suggested. And I pull out one of my arrows.
Crickser work for you! Crickser for you!
I'm sure you will, Crickser. I'm sure you will. And from one of my hands, I just emit the laser, the energy radiant light, and I just start to heat the end of the arrow.
Oh God! Crickser's like squirming and wiggling now. I'm gonna give Crickser one more chance to escape. It's not gonna.
Sure.
I don't think Crickser can even has enough pluses to it. Oh my God! Oh my God! 10, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Fair enough. So I assume he breaks out then?
He does. He slides his little hands free and he starts running away. He's just like...
Crickser, you could have just been blind, and I'd summon the spear back to me, and I throw it into him as he runs away.
Okay. Go ahead
It's
and
still,
roll the hit.
it's gonna be a 12.
It definitely hits.
Okay. And spear does D8, I think is what it was,
It
right? Let me
does.
check.
I
It
mean,
might have been D6 actually.
I mean, he should only have 2 health anyways, so
Yeah,
enough,
he
fair
doesn't have
enough.
much health to begin with.
Well, yeah, I think it's a D8. Let's go ahead and roll that. So 4 plus 5. Yeah, so that's a 9.
9.
yeah,
Yeah,
he fell fucking dead.
yeah.
Yeah,
He only had 7 health, like, total
Yeah.
anyways. So, yeah, just it goes through his chest, and he just falls over dead.
I just summon this back to me as a sword and sheath it and begin to leave the tunnels.
I love that, like obviously Kriksha didn't know that you were gonna spare him, but I
Mhm.
did out of character,
Yes.
and I felt
Yes.
I was so upset that it was a 10 and then an 8 and then a 3. Oh,
You're good, man. You're good. I honestly,
Oh.
he was gonna live the rest of his life blind otherwise. So that
right.
was
I didn't know what you were gonna. I thought you were gonna either brand him or take one of his eyes, because, like, he was spying on you, so, like, punishment
Yeah.
for spying. Yeah.
no. So the punishment for an attempted murder is to make sure they are no longer capable of fighting anymore. And,
Gotcha.
well,
Yep. Yep. Perfect.
well, I assume that as they come to track me, eventually we run back into each other.
You do, in fact, run back into each other. Lockshire notices you and sees that you don't have Kriksha. Oh, do you retrieve the manacles, I assume?
Yeah, fair. Well, because he pulled himself out of them, right?
He
didn't
did. He did. He slipped his
Yeah.
hands out of the
So
manacles.
yeah, then I just would have picked them off the ground after he ripped himself out of the way.
Okay, cool. All right. And, yeah. Back
All
to,
right.
yeah, you all meet up as, Lockshire just kind of looks at you, looks for Kriksha, doesn't see him, and
I
just
didn't
shakes his
realize
head.
I was so easy to follow.
Well, I didn't exactly find you, but I'm quite good at what I do. He just straightens his back.
Fair
More
enough.
like I told him, but
Well, fair enough. And I look down.
Details.
So, what's the next part of the job then?
Well, Kavak, I told you, you debrief them.
We are going to the Umbrella. Is it? I keep wanting to say Umbrella Academy, but I know that's not right.
Underground, the Umbrella Underground. He
That's
like
it, okay.
excitedly cuts you off and begins explaining what it is. It is a organization or of sorts. I don't know much about them really, but we could do some investigating and then decide whether or not to take this quest and go in and talk to them, or perhaps we could go and back into Leper City, which I'd really rather not do. Or we could try to find a new lead, but these are the 2 leads that we have: the Rat King in Leper City, or the Umbrella Underground are apparently meeting tonight in the clock tower near the First Street dock. Not dock, sorry, near the First Street Bridge.
Umbrella Underground.
Unless anybody has any other ideas or other leads.
I wished I had more, but nope.
Nope.
I let him know though that the just in case he had forgotten or didn't overhear the Ratman speak, that he was sent by the individuals that I can't remember what it's called, the elixir manufacturers that
Yeah.
we raided in like the second session or whatever it was.
They are.
Yeah.
I let him know that they're the ones that are after him, and they clearly know that it's him, that it's Lockshire.
Well,
He
that
does throw his
is
business card at everyone.
a problem for another time. We can cross that bridge when we burn it.
Out of curiosity, Lockshire, have you been back to your office yet?
No.
I have a good feeling that when you go, we should go as a group. I imagine that if they're sending spies and potential assassins after you, then they probably know where you live.
Well, he does throw his business card to everyone he meets.
Yeah,
It is.
and
How else are you supposed to gain a reputation if you don't market?
I'm just saying you got to be careful. We're kind of rustling a lot of feathers here, and you're just throwing out your name and address to everyone who looks at you.
Well, you've got to rustle
There's a
some
time
feathers
plate-
to make.
time to plate to communicate those things.
To be fair, I actually think that probably means we don't have our unwanted guest there anymore.
Oh no.
We might.
Oh, I doubt
Unless
it. If they know where the office is, then they probably have gathered back their product.
Oh yeah, they're jungle.
Well, I mean, what I mean is the people that had imprisoned them to begin with made the elixir out of their blood.
Oh
If
yeah, no. I
they
remember.
went back to the office, they most definitely found them there.
Maybe we should go and deal with that?
Probably.
I would suggest probably doing that first before we go and involve ourselves in yet another ordeal that causes even more problems for us.
I agree.
It is
Couldn't
settled.
hurt to check.
Back to the office. He just like quit. Yeah, Batman symbol. You all.
That like the scene changed.
Yeah.
I got exactly what you were getting at, Bobby.
Thank you.
Oh, amazing. So you all make it back to the office, up the stairs. How are we going? So you're at the final like flight of stairs before you round the corner to get directly to Lockshire's office.
Kavak, you're a big man with a sword. Do you want to help me out?
Yeah.
All right. I pull out my bow and I let him take a point with the sword.
All right. You round the corner. The door doesn't look broken. It is still closed. No the stained glass window with the Lockshire and Associates logo on it also not broken.
I simply just knock on the door, and then if I don't hear anything, I just look at Lockshire.
He shrugs and goes to open it with a key while he's over there.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Oh, okay,
shrugs
cool.
and then goes to open it with the key. He doesn't seem to suspect anything. He unlocks it and opens the door.
I'm surprised he actually locks it.
I am too.
There doesn't seem to be any signs of distress, but the jungle in the corner is no longer a jungle. It's just like moss and like vine growth on the sides of the walls. All of like the large vegetation and upward growth is just gone. It just looks like the floor is kind of like wet and rotted, and the walls around where they were lingering are just covered in like this network of vines.
I look at Locke and I go, well, that's either means they walked up and left of their own volition, or someone found them.
They would have had to lock the door if they left out the door.
I look. Do you have other ways of looking? I don't know what the room looks like.
So the
Is there a
room.
window?
Yeah, there's a window and a chimney.
Mm-hmm. I look at the window and the chimney and see if there's any obvious signs of entry or exit.
Yeah, make me a mental plus awareness check.
Mental plus awareness. All right, let me check
Can
that
I
real
add
quick. That's a
5
2 and a
minutes too?
3, so it's a 5.
Yeah, you can add your awareness check to his roll.
Okay.
Awareness total to his roll.
Yeah.
So that's a 14
with
without
the-
any with his pluses.
And then +2 for me.
So
Okay, 16.
16. As you look around, first thing you notice is the window latch broken. Yeah, and the top of the window has these 2 like long gashed score marks on it, and chipped paint.
Gotcha. I mentioned to Locke, well, it looks like they used the Russ school of breaking and entering as their method.
Well, how did they get these out? These are big, large creatures. Doesn't make sense.
Well, they can clearly turn into like a random assortment of plants.
Maybe.
That or they went out themselves and this is their handiwork, but
And
I
they broke
wouldn't-
my window? How
they
rude.
also molded your wall. I don't think they're too worried about your quality of living.
I suppose it's
That's
not a
true.
problem anymore. If it's the criminals and they got their bounty back, then they might not be after us anymore. And if they left of their own free will, maybe the criminals will go elsewhere to find their. It's
Either
not
way,
like we were being paid to house them. I'm not too cross about it.
Fair enough, Lockshire. Do you have any leftover spellcraft abilities? Asking him basically if he's still good on mana.
I'm a little tapped, but I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
Well, if you wanted to rig the place for alarms, now would be the time. But if you are comfortable in the current security, then we can leave it as is.
Let me check and see if Lockshire can actually do that. I think he can.
What do you mean?
Rig a place to alarm.
He did it in the last session that we were in.
He's done it before.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll say he goes ahead and does it again.
Kavak's whole thing for standing outside was to trigger the alarm if
Right.
he
Excellent.
If
That
happened.
the alarm was set by him. Okay, then yeah, Lockshire will do that. He will go around and set the alarm trap on his dwelling. All right then. I suppose we should start looking into the Umbrella Underground. But before we do that, and he looks to the brother, I have a few questions to ask you. The rest of you can wait outside.
Oh,
You said we can. Does that mean we have to?
Well, it was implied, but I guess if you want to stay, you can watch me work.
I look at everyone else. Do any of the rest of you know how to get to the Umbrella Underground?
No, but
Nope.
I'm gonna stay here.
Well, then I guess we're staying here till you're done, then, Chief.
This whole thing plays out as Nick role-playing it. Eventually, you all leave, with the brother staying here. The rest of you leave.
Fair. All right.
Lockshire opts to come with. So Lockshire is going to come with you guys, but he's going to kind of like do a background, kind of like he's gonna stay in the back and let you guys kind of handle the rest of the goings
same
forward.
as usual.
As
usual. Gotcha.
Player's not here. You guys are same as usual. Jesus.
Yeah,
So
same old.
So yeah, but he gives you guys have your opportunity to interrogate the brother, but I'd rather do that with Nick here. So that's gonna
No,
that's gonna
totally
happen.
get you.
Yeah, and you guys will talk to him and gather whatever information you get
Fair.
from that. And now you guys move on to go find the Umbrella Underground, as they have some information for you, and you guys can gather that. I will give you one little bit, because like no matter what you do or say to interrogate this brother, he will forfeit one little bit of information. So if you guys want to take that lead now, I'll give you the option to. You just won't know how you got to that step until you actually do the interrogation.
That's
but he does mention a doctor. He mentions a doctor who he was kind of had an in with a certain doctor. Him and his brother both.
Oh, then to the doctor.
So we go into that or the Umbrella Underground. We had a different goal originally. So
Yeah, that's fair. Let's just do the Umbrella Underground so that like we know how we got there and that information.
I also
Yeah,
figure
exactly,
the investigative like path, you should probably have Lockshire with you to do it.
we didn't know which one was the investigator path. So
It's kind of like, I mean, like going to follow a lead is what I mean. Like going to follow a lead or going to talk to a gang. I feel like following the lead would be more of like a
Right.
You might want Lockshire here. Going to talk to a gang is kind of like anybody can do it.
All right.
Yeah.
DM says that one's going to be more investigation heavy. So we know the other one's going to be fights. Let's do it.
Plus, it mentioned the fact that like the whole like we don't really have the whole other half of that conversation, so it just doesn't make sense to like go forward when we don't know where we started from. It just seems to make much more sense to go through the underground for right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
How long does it take us to get there then, Chief?
So you guys are going to the North Dockside Lock. It takes you about probably it's a 15-minute walk there.
Understood. On the way there, I pass the armor smith and ask him if he's down to exchange the armor again.
He nods at you and says, "Yes, I can do that for you, but it doesn't look like you did any damage to that one. You even need this?"
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
No, that's a joke. Don't worry about it. He does. He exchanged it out for you. He
Oh,
says
okay,
he
fair
says
enough.
some stuff in like a very thick accent. You probably
No, you're good.
yeah.
I will honestly just act as if I don't understand his accent all the time, and sometimes like I understood the sentence, but phrased that way and in that tone of voice, I wasn't 100%. Yeah,
He he
it
he
works.
he gives himself like a low chuckle as if he made a joke at your expense, and then gives you your armor, accepts his armor back.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And I already paid him for it, so we're
you
good to
did. You
go.
already paid. All right, good to
I want to
go.
pop into the apothecary since we're right here.
Yeah, you pop on in there.
I wanted to look for any healing, like potions or pretty much any food or anything edible that restores health in any way.
Yeah, so there is a jar of fermented berries. Each berry gives you a health back,
Like a single point.
a single point of health. Yeah, but they're very foul tasting, and once the jar is opened, they expire within a day. There's about 10 berries in there.
Okay.
And
Is that all they have?
no, there's more than that. I'm just scrolling
Okay.
through. There we go, found it. Okay, so there is you were looking for specifically stuff to heal you. There's Algae Azul. It's a sort of like a thick, viscous blue potion. It costs 2 sapphire gem shards and it heals 2d4 damage. And it will end one condition that is currently affecting you. Then there is one that for 1 hour. Nope. That's it. Balm of Gilead, or sorry, Balm of Gilead. It at the start of your turn for the next 4 turns, you heal 1d4 plus 1 damage. Yeah. So one basically gives you a healing factor, and the other one just kind of gives you some healing right off the bat.
So the second one's the one that's more of a healing factor, right? Because it's every turn I'm getting like I get to roll to get a little bit of additional health back.
Yeah. Every turn you get a little bit, and then or you just get a bunch all at once.
Okay. What was the price on the second one?
The second one is 4 sapphire gem shards.
Oof, that's pricey.
Yeah, it's all pricey. You guys are just poor. These things are very
Yeah.
expensive, but you're also just poor.
Yeah. Does she have any like anything food wise?
There is
Other than the
I'll say
fermented
yeah.
berries?
There's two things to eat. There's just like regular old rations. That's just 3 quartz gem shards, for a day's worth of rations, and then you've got wyvern bone broth, which is 4 sapphire gem shards, and it gives you poison resistance. But you already have that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna buy some of the rations.
Okay. Just 3 quartz gem shards for a day.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like dry lizard skin.
Yeah. Works for me because all I need is my blessed hands, and I can make it edible and also health potion.
Yes. Alrighty, and the rest of you. So you all are finished up with with these 2 shops.
Yes.
All
Seems
right.
like it.
You head on towards the watchtower. Let's go ahead and say like your whole day, like the first sun is already set. The second sun is like kind of like halfway arcing through the sky. You've got that like nice purple rim on the horizon, so everything is a little hazy. The sky is that it's always this thick overcast. Everything's a little dark. And it begins to trickle with just like little drops of rain here and there. As you guys are walking through these cobblestone streets, people passing you and talking, and occasionally you get weird looks. But you make it. You're about a block away. You can see the clock tower overlooking the first bridge. It is large and stands tall. Gives this kind of glorious glow to the the clouds that are encircling it. It gives this kind of like hazy
So the clock
starburst
tower
effect.
is lit up, you said?
The clock tower is lit up. The face
Okay.
of the clock tower has a light on it, and then there's a
Gotcha.
stories and windows that are wrapping around it. The thing is pretty big. It's about like, I'd say 12 stories tall. And
Does it project light like a lighthouse, or is it just like a light shown on it?
it projects light like a lighthouse.
Okay, cool.
There's a series of buildings that lead up to it that are butted up and attached to it, but it is the last building on a row of buildings. There is a pretty wide gap between that, the street, then the next row of buildings on the other side of the street, and yeah, that's it. Clay thatched roof. You know, you guys can see it from where you guys are standing. What are you doing now? You were just told to go here. You don't know what to do when you get here. You weren't given any more information other than a meeting is happening here.
Where specifically was the meeting happening?
I would
I
assume
ask.
maybe in the top.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that. What was that?
I said I would assume like in the top, like I know a lot of movies and TV shows and stuff. Usually there's some kind of area within the actual clock part itself where usually some kind of nefarious thing happens. So I'm assuming it might be in the
Okay, so
top.
that's
10.
one vote for the top of the clock tower. Anyone else?
I like the top of the clock tower. That sounds ominous.
Cool. How do we suggest we get into said top of clock tower?
Well, through the front door, I'm guessing. And Lockshire just starts walking up that way.
You go and do that. Just as he starts walking forward. Someone want to help him, or do we just let him do this?
I'll go with him. I feel like he needs it.
All right, Kavak. I guess that means you and I are back to stealth duty.
All right. Hopefully my rolls don't spike this time.
Are you guys gonna try to climb?
I wasn't originally going to intend to do that. Just depends on how the front door goes.
Okay, so you guys are just gonna watch. So Tart and Lockshire, both of you walk up to the front door. It is
I am going to try to not be noticed by the people that are that he's going to try to interact with. Was going to be the idea. I don't want them
Okay.
to know that we're together.
That's easy. You don't even need to make a roll for that. You guys just don't stand near each other.
Fair.
You were like roughly a block away at this point anyway, so they
Mhm.
enter separately, so you guys don't know each other, or it
Cool.
doesn't look like you would know each other. As Lockshire approaches and Tart follows behind, Lockshire reaches his hand out towards this iron gate door that is like the entry hall, this arced ceiling or arced doorway with an iron gate that's clearly locked. As Lockshire grabs it, turns the handle, and tries to jimmy it open. It does not open. There's no one on the other side, and it's just a straight staircase that leads up and to the right. He looks at you, Tart. Well,
we can pick the lock, or we can try scaling it like we're superheroes.
Art, I love you.
Do you have lockpicks? I don't think you do.
I
Russ might.
absolutely don't.
Russ
Lockshire.
might.
Oh, I was about to say Lockshire does not either. I don't think any of you have the tools for that.
I've
It
got
was
this.
a
Do
poor
we not?
attempt at
Do
a
we not,
joke.
Dylan? Do we really not?
Do you? Do you?
Someone come fucking get me.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh.
don't you have a magical device that you can turn into anything?
Oh yeah, good point. Those are tiny. Can it turn into tiny stuff?
It doesn't have to be like teeny tiny. It just says whatever can, like any item that can fit in the palm of my hand. I can just make it a really long lockpick.
Yeah.
Could you also make it a crowbar and just like break it open?
That's also
That's what I was
possible.
getting at. I think
Or
if you do that.
hammer.
I'm just saying I could make it a thin, sharp device and just shove it through the fucking lock.
I'll let you do it. I'm just gonna. It's not going to be
No,
as easy.
it won't be a lock pick. I'm just going to actually make the lock no longer capable of doing its job.
Gotcha. You would just destroy it with the device. That I would
Pretty
allow.
much.
That I would allow. It will
Yeah.
still require a check.
It's Actually, that is a real device. It's a lock breaker. You took this sharp little chisel in the top of it, and you just bust it on through. It breaks all the locking mechanism, then you turn the bitch.
And it just opens it on up. Yeah, that's it. But in doing that, you've destroyed the lock. Now someone knows
It's
that the
very
lock has
clear
been broken.
someone came through here. Absolutely. I'm
yeah.
not a skilled locksmith. That
let's
is my
be
way.
fair. If our history is anything, there is a 0% chance that we are going to have any espionage and get away with it. So we're gonna have an encounter anyways.
Fair enough. You guys aren't the stealthiest of bunches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not collectively.
No, not collectively. So yeah, Lockshire just looks at it and he just nods his head. He just shakes his head. I don't have lockpicks. Well, maybe.
I'm not there.
We could try breaking it.
No, that doesn't show couth. We want to be respectful. We want these people.
I don't know who we is, and I start walking back towards Russ.
But he stays there and just sits there studying the lock, just staring at it. It
I
might be a
assume she
clue.
gathers me to try to get.
Yeah, I walk over and say, hey, so we don't have lockpicks and it's locked, surprise. So you have things that can break it.
Fair. Then do you want to take my position here with Kavak, and I will take your position with Lockshire?
That works for me.
Thank you.
You trade places.
All right.
You walk over
So
there.
I'll go and approach Lockshire.
Yeah. You walk on over there.
Has he found any clues while we were gone?
Let's find out. Nah.
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 All right. Well, at that point, I just slowly turn the blade into something more akin to a chisel, and I look at him and say, "May I?"
Well, if you feel like you can get it open, yeah, go give it a try. Give it a try.
I put the base of the chisel into the lock itself, and then take out the tiny little shoe dagger and just smack the top of it and try to force it open. So is that just a strength then? Athletics, I mean.
Yeah, it'll be a we'll call it a mental plus athletics check because you're using your wits less than your physical strength, but you're also kind of shoving it in there.
You're using your
Man,
brain,
that's how I
kid.
do. I just shove it in there with an 11.
God damn it. You hear a crunch, and it doesn't go all the way through, but you definitely broke something. You try the door handle. It doesn't open, but
I attempt to just turn the chisel to actually, force the lock
Really
to see
just-
if it will turn. Is that just a strength then?
Yeah, it'll just be a strength. You're just going to be breaking the lock at this point. So this will be a physical plus athletics check.
Physical plus athletics, gotcha. Again, with the 8s, I'm cool with it. That is going to be math is hard. 14.
14. Yeah, this time you crunch, twist, and snap. As the door crunches and opens, it flies open against the wall and bangs against the side.
Didn't realize it was spring loaded, and I just pull the pick back into my hand, and it slowly turns back into a blade.
I'll give you because you were right there. You were holding on to it. I don't imagine the door would fly out of your hands from a magnet. But go ahead and make me a physical plus acrobatics check to catch the door, so it doesn't make any loud noises.
Sure. That's going to be a 9 plus 3, 12.
12. Yeah, you catch it. The door flies open, and you catch it as you look up, and you did notice that there's a spring, something holding the door, so that it can lock in one position or another.
I look at the mechanism afterwards and look at Lockshire. Is that normal?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't have one.
Neither do I, but I'm not super familiar with. Well, anyway.
He's looking at it like inspecting it. Why would they need it? Anyway, you guys are in.
Brilliant.
All right. What do we see?
There's just a stairway that leads straight up.
Well, I'll start. I'm gonna try to stealthily start moving up the stairs, and after I get up a level, I'll motion for Lockshire to follow me if it's clear.
Yeah.
All right. Stealth is what again?
It is physical plus stealth check.
So just my physical. Cool. All right. Hey, that's what I need.
Beautiful.
Nice.
All right, so that's gonna be a 21, homeboy.
And Lockshire didn't do bad either. The rest of you guys, are you following along, or are you going to wait outside?
I'm going to pitch the suggestion that we follow along to Kavak.
I am okay with that.
All right. Well, let's go.
All right, so they're going to be ahead of you. So you guys
That's
will make a
fine.
different stealth check. Your stealth check will not interfere with theirs. So you guys are both. You've got
Sweet.
separate stealth checks.
I'm good with them.
Yeah. So Tart and Kavak also roll me some physical plus stealth checks.
Physical plus stealth. So that's gonna be a 2 plus whatever I roll.
I got 10.
10, solid.
That's
I
pretty good.
got a 3.
Nice. So you rolled a 1. Yeah, brilliant. Good thing it's a separate. So you guys sneak in there as you walk around the corner. Tart, you put your hand on the dang thing and you loosen the mechanism again, so the door tries to fling itself shut instead of open, and it does. It slams shut and makes like a metallic clang noise. You go to open it, and the door's not locked anymore because the lock part is broken, but it looks like it would have. It looks like the intention was to, if you needed to, you could flip a switch somewhere, and the door will fling itself shut, locking. So you could close the door from somewhere else, essentially.
Nice.
You just open it back up though, because it's now open permanently.
Yeah. Brilliant.
You up the stairwell, like a
Yeah,
little
just
ways
heard
up.
that.
Just heard the loud bang
Yep.
down below.
I look at Locke. That's either our friends or someone saw us enter.
You hear from up the stairwell, "What was that? I don't know. Go check it out." Okay.
With an athletics or acrobatics, whatever you want, I'm going to attempt to scale the walls and attach myself to like any roof banister or anything that I can. Just try and get myself against the roof.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you can maintain the stealth check that you both have already rolled. Make me a physical plus. I'm gonna call it an acrobatics check because you're just gonna you would grab onto a window.
Hey, crits again.
Crits.
Nice.
That is really high. Because acrobatics is a thing. So that's whatever this number is plus 8. That's 24.
16.
24. Yeah, you grab onto the window, you launch yourself up, you push your boot against the top part of the windowsill, you jump up, you grab onto the banister, you fling your legs over. This entire time, you see Lockshire scrambling back and forth as he...
I tell Lockshire to go back down the stairs and check to see if that was, if we're about to be surrounded or if that's a friendly.
He does. He runs down the stairs.
Okay.
You do see a person walk past that you recognize, Aloris.
Really?
As this person walks past, they are a large, black, raven-haired person with pale skin and black like it looks kind of like someone took paint on their fingers and wiped it down their face. Their eyes glow this sort of ethereal white, and
Where do I recognize them
arms
from?
are covered in tattoos. You walked side by side down a mountain pass together a while ago. You had like a brief dialogue, but they were no one of any consequence to you. You just you chatted with each other for a little while. But you do see that this is the same person. He is stretching his back. This person is no longer wearing a huge gambeson. You can see on their back is one wing that's just tucked up. It looks like they only have one wing though, and it's just tucked up beside their back. Hello?
Sephiroth.
Is anyone down there? Of course they wouldn't say anything. He just keeps on going, walking down the stairs. He clearly does not see you. Down
I
the
attempt
stairs.
to let it pass.
Yeah, he does. He just walks underneath of you. Those of you down the stairs, you do hear hello. Is anybody down there?
I try my best to hide.
Go ahead, roll a stealth check. Physical plus stealth. You too, Kava. Oh no, you guys are already hidden. Yeah, you already rolled your checks. As you walk down
That's what I
there,
thought.
Tart, you just like look around. You don't really see anywhere else to go, so you just like push your back up against the wall. As you see Lockshire running down, he looks at you and then looks out. And he turns around, and then he goes to hide too. His hide was actually pretty good though. As he jumps up into one of the windowsills and just kind of like slams himself against the wall of the windowsill and like crouches. This person walks down the stairs. Hello? Oh. Looking directly at you, Tart.
I'm gonna pretend he doesn't see me.
I can see you. You're not hidden. Not very well,
No,
at
you-
least.
No, you can't.
That's not how it... Yes, I can. I remember you. Did you follow me?
No. I didn't follow you, actually. If I'd followed you, I wouldn't have had to break that lock over there.
You broke the... why did you break the lock?
Well,
Now
how else was
everybody-
I supposed to get in? Would you have let me in if I had knocked?
Yes,
Silly.
I would
Uh-oh.
have. Now everybody knows we are here. Why are you here?
No.
What
Who
are you
is
here for?
everybody? I know what I'm here for.
Guards. Guards will know we are... It does not come up the stairs, please. I must figure
Okay.
this out.
I'm coming up the stairs. I promise. Oh, this. Okay, I know who this is now. Sorry.
It's okay.
I had no idea. But
Yeah. He's not the guard. He's not Frost. He's not the guy that... Yeah.
I know who he is. He was from the bar.
No. He was the guy on the mountain pass who was carrying a
Oh.
fuckload of weapons. He just had
that's right.
a shitload of weapons on his back, and he had like a big furry like wool like coat over top of a thick gambeson.
Yeah. Okay, I know who he is now.
I'm fairly certain Kavak had a conversation with him.
Think so.
I probably did. I've talked to a lot of randos.
Yeah, you just thought he was cool, so you talked to him, and then he
Was
didn't
that
really
the
have a
one
whole lot
who
to say.
forced his way through the front gates?
Yes, this is the guy who forced his way through the front gates.
Yeah, I remember who we were talking about then.
Yep. This is the same guy. Yeah. As you walk up the stairs, does anybody follow, or are you just leaving Tart to just be taken
Well,
away?
no,
by the
I'm following because otherwise I'm just like stuck hiding on this fucking stairwell.
All right. So
Or-
you follow. Locke is going to follow as well. Eventually, he will pass. Aloris. Aloris, are you going to drop down and follow?
Once I see that he's leading her, I drop in front of him as he's leading her up the stairs, and just hand on the sword. Where are you taking her?
As you drop down in front of him, he immediately goes in a defensive stance, and he puts his hand out to protect Tart. And he puts his other hand out in front of him in a combat stance. You can roll to try to acknowledge
Tart,
what stance it.
Well, I mean, sure, why not? Let's do it. What is the roll then?
It would be a mental plus academics check, or sorry, we'll call it a physical plus academic.
No.
You've got no idea. Yeah, it's fine.
Well, I mean, I can still add my physical and my academics to it, but the physical is the only part that I have, so it'd be 6.
It'd be 6.
It'd be a
Yeah,
6.
no idea, none clue.
I just steal with my hand on the sword, look past him at Tart, and just go, of all the people I expected to... Sorry, that one belongs with me.
I tripped.
I remember you. He puts his hand away.
I am glad things did not come to blows.
Can I please ask? And he gets out of his defensive stance. He just kind of like rolls his shoulders, and he begins walking in your direction, but like clearly like he's gonna walk past you, not like he's threatening or gonna run into you. Can I
start backpedaling up the stairs just to keep the distance between the two of us.
Okay. He just keeps walking, like at a normal, comfortable pace.
Oh, this is awkward as fuck. I get it.
Yeah. Can I please ask why you are here? What you are doing in our space?
Following up on a lead. I guess we
lead?
both got jobs after we arrived in the city, didn't we?
Oh, you're here for that. No, I would be the one giving you the job.
Interesting. Everyone that's been giving us jobs or, suggesting that we should get jobs the past few days has also tried to, well, assault us at one time or another. So forgive the suspicion.
Oh, it is understandable. You are told to go to a creepy place. The door is locked. Nobody is here. I would be suspicious too. Maybe I wouldn't have broken in, but...
If you'd had the week that we've been having, you would have.
He just nods slowly. Well, I will let you meet with my sister. So far, nobody else wants to take the job. Altruism doesn't really run rampant in the streets of Rogues Row, if you understand what I am saying.
Understood. I'll call off the rest of the dogs. Lockshire, Kavak, reveal yourselves, please.
Oof, oof.
You just poof! Lockshire, just stands up. He looks back. I knew you were there. I did not know you were there. He points at you, Kavak. It is
Anyway,
good to run
these
into
are-
all of you again.
anyway, lead us ahead, I guess.
He does. He leads you up into you guys go pretty much all the way up, and there are doors on the sides as you guys keep going up this staircase. That's just square shaped as it keeps going up and up and up. You go to the top floor as Kavak had previously recommended, and you get to an open room with just 2 other people in it, and a table that has just a couple of a loaf of bread, some cheese, a knife, and a map. There's a chair. There's one chair at the thing that a person is sitting at, eating the cheese, just looking at the thing. This person's like a younger looking feminine figure. Yeah, it's just young Willem Dafoe. No, just a younger feminine figure. She's wearing red red wrappings around most of her head and body, so all you can really see are her eyes, her mouth, her neck.
Is it red because it's dyed, or is it because it's blood?
It's just covered in blood. No, it looks like it's dyed red. And she has a black feathered cowl over her shoulders. And it looks like she's got a bandolier of knives.
Ooh.
Sitting on the balcony edge, looking over, is a tall, muscular woman who has a similar mane of long black hair that is tied into a knotted braid, and she also is covered in these sort of celestial scape tattoos and has one wing on her back. She looks over at all of you. Her eyes glow this kind of gleaming orange.
As soon as I step I'm going to be the first one through because I was, up at the front, keeping distance between myself and him.
Yeah, you just backpedal through the door.
As soon as I do so, I step to the right of the door frame once I walk in the room, and I just stay there at the doorway as everyone else filters in.
Hello? It seems my brother has brought in the rabble. Are you
I look
here?
at the rest of the rabble.
Seems so.
Are you here to take the job then?
Lockshire?
Well, what is the job? And he shoves his way through the front and looks there, tries to pretend like he's your boss. And so what is the job then? You haven't explained anything to us. Fair point. How do I know I can trust you?
You can't, just the same way we can't trust you.
Exactly. I will need something from you. A sort of collateral.
We can give you Lockshire.
Lockshire looks concerned. Oh, they joke. They have jokes. This is they're jesting. We don't have any money.
No, but we seriously can just give you Lockshire. That is not a joke.
He just tears down his face. He just cries. No, he just bows his head down. Poor Nick. He's not here, so you guys roast Lockshire.
He can't defend himself. It's the best time.
It's true.
You're fine. establishment here. I understand that you all have a lot of work to do. You're, busy doing whatever it is that creepy, shady
This is Lockshire talking, I assume.
It is Lockshire. Creepy, shady, underground organizations do. I won't, take up too much of your time, but if you will, and he's performing a martial maneuver, and he has to make a check.
A social aphorism, you mean?
That's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah, he's performing a martial maneuver. He just
That's
fucking.
why I was like, that. I mean, apparently we go for swords then. All right.
He just roundhouse
like
kicks her.
yoga poses and like swordsmanship poses while he's talking. Like, oh yeah, I'm here to talk. While he's like getting in like swordsman stances.
Yeah. No. He just roundhouse kicks her out the fucking window. He just crits. 10
Yeah.
plus 6 plus. No, I'm just kidding. No, he does. He gives like a bit of a speech explaining what he's about and why he's here. And what he does, as he explains all of this, it seems
I'm sure he gives them his card too.
Of course he does. Of course he gives them his card.
Excellent.
Everyone in
I
the
don't
room gets
sleep
a
there
card.
anymore.
And explains, we are Lockshire and Associates. I am Lockshire. These are my associates. We are here to requisition information from you. We understand that you are busy people, and you would not give such away for free, but I assure you, our intentions are altruistic. We have a brother who has recently lost his other half, and a clergyman who has also been deceased violently. We wish to apprehend the killer and bring them to justice. With your help, we could make the streets a safer place for everyone, criminals and law-abiding citizens alike. They kind of chuckle at a couple of the things he says, referring to them as criminals and such. But after Lockshire eventually finishes his speech, she just nods. And as she takes the business card out of his hand, she says, "This will do perfectly for collateral. Now I know where you live." And she just puts it in her pocket. We can do business together.
Everyone knows where he lives. Trust me, this is not collateral. But regardless, go ahead.
She just chuckles and nods. As long as you understand that we have a mutual situation, don't double-cross us, and everything will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
The job that I would have you do, it would pay more than just information. However, the information would be delivered, but it will also pay in coins, as I understand. You are a business, mercenaries, whatever it is that you are, and I will pay you in coin as well.
I'm sorry. Are there coins or are they shards?
The term coin is a dated Amish term for money, but they
Okay.
are gems. Yes.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted to clarify because I was like, wait a minute. Was there another currency system introduced that I didn't remember?
Nope. There's a historical reason as to what.
Shit.
Oh,
Gone forever.
yeah, Dylan's
Dylan's
gone.
gone.
Dylan, your mic.
I know.
All right. Well, we'll wait until he comes back then.
Gone forever.
Well, everybody, we are the captains now. So
It's
that
true.
means we kill them, all right?
Yep.
And we take all of their things, and now we're the leaders of the underground.
It's true.
Definitely stealing that lady's single wing just because.
Fair
I can.
enough. Yeah. Roll a sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Just sleight of hand to
You're
take the
gonna
wing off of
steal
her back.
for us.
No.
wing,
You've been deposed. We're.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll.
I'm gonna step up.
This
for a
is the
brief moment.
Bolshevik revolution, Dylan.
So, yes. Sorry. Where was I when I got so rudely interrupted by my microphone falling out?
We were accepting a job because Lockshire is an idiot.
Yes.
Yeah.
She says, yeah. It was coin. So there's a historical reason as to why Alm uses the term coin, to refer to money. They used to use metal coins until they joined until they turned. It doesn't matter. There's a historical reason for it. Anyway. Yes. So she looks over all of you and says, "This job is not going to be particularly easy, but if you fail, it will not fall back on us. So your skill set would do you well, but
Who is the aggravated party in this job? That will determine whether or not it's something we can actually do for you.
the aggravated party are the people in the row. The school, the college, they are taking in medicines from shipments that are being brought in, and rather than distributing them to the row, they are hoarding them and experimenting on them, using them for strange research.
Leave me on one of the shipments that is coming in, and I will make sure that it's protected and it goes where it needs to.
Well, the thing is, it needs to go to the people of the row. We can handle this distribution. It is getting it to us that is the concern.
I gather that. We can't seize property from anyone that might have already taken it from you, but if you want a protection detail to get the things where it's going, I have no problem volunteering myself for that.
Oh, I wish to be completely transparent with you. Nobody stole anything from us. We are taking it from them.
So
The-
you do wish to have us go and assault the church, is what you're saying.
Not the church, the school. And you don't have to assault anyone. Well, not the merchants or anything along those lines. Just the protection detail that will be watching the ship's cargo delivery. You take them out, and we will handle the rest.
Lockshire, this one's asking us to assault public officials. Are you comfortable with this?
He just furrows his brow. What if we found a way to do it without assaulting anyone? If you, she returns with, if you can find a way to get the guards to turn a blind eye, that would do as well. What we need, what we are trying to do, is good.
You would further the city's corruption.
We would deliver medicines to people in the row who need it, rather than letting it go to waste in a capital facility. What we are trying to do is for the people. The gods and the officials and the higher-ups, what run this city, do not care about the people in the row, but we do. We want to help them. They are our people.
I look at the rest of the party, and I said, this is not a simple decision, you all understand, correct?
I'm sorry. Can you quickly recap it? I stepped out for a minute.
She wants you to steal a shipment crate that would be delivered to the school, not the school, sorry, to the university, so that they can try to use it for research and development, rather than, and it's like thousands of gems worth of medicine that is just going to be used to research and develop new types of drugs and medicine. She wants you to take it from the school, or to stop it from reaching the school so that someone else can pick it up. Basically, she wants you to take out the protection detail that would be guarding the shipment.
Gotcha. So that way, so that the medicine can be used for the people of the row versus just basically being like reused to possibly make new medicine later.
Yeah, that's what she wants you to do.
I'm here for it. I'm in.
I mean, be real with y'all, I'm against it, but if we're outvoted, we're outvoted.
If it helps, you would not be attacking any city officials. These are all private security. You would be taking out private security. No guards would be harmed.
Oh yes, someone exactly like myself who's just trying to put bread on the table for their family.
Exactly.
Yes, that makes me feel so much better.
I mean,
I understand.
Realistically, from what we saw, the guards fucking suck. They don't give a shit about the row. And if this could be used to actually help the people, I'm in.
And you're suggesting that giving it to the university and preventing progress and advancement in medicine and science is not helping the people?
Progress for everyone other than the row. because
So
from what we've
temporary
seen,
helping the row versus long-term assistance for the city.
Who says that that would actually be going towards the city, though, and not just the people that run the city?
yeah,
That
what,
is-
what
They
it's
said
going
it was
to Big
going to the
Pharma.
university for research.
It's going to Big Pharma.
My concern is, this school has been doing this for a very long time, and I have never seen anything beneficial coming out of it. It always just goes back into the pockets of the people who fund the school. Never goes to anybody who actually needs it. You would be doing a service for these people.
It's just making rich people richer, which really is just wrong.
Yeah, no, fuck these people. I want to do it.
Alright.
So, since Lockshire is an NPC right now, I'm gonna need you to roll to persuade him, because I can't make a decision for him. You guys will have to make this decision for him.
Alright.
I don't know if
I'm
this
going
is...
to attempt to persuade him that this is a bad idea because we would be putting ourselves on the opposite side of the law from his his employers in all reality.
So, dumb question. Can we do it without Lockshire? That way he's not directly implicated?
You can, technically. You can just be like,
Because
well,
that would
Lockshire, how
also
about
help
you...
with the fact that, like, Nick isn't here, and that way it can be kind of separated from him, and also hopefully, like, distance from his... Because his business card has his name on it. We don't... Like, we're just...
I mean, yeah, you guys can just be like, all right, Lockshire, you don't have to look at this. You can go back. We'll come get you when we're done. But the thing is, Russ also doesn't agree with this plan. So.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like, if we could avoid at least having Lockshire exposed, that could at least eliminate what Russ just said about not wanting to. That Lockshire would be morally against it because he'd be on the other side of the law. At least that. I was more saying it to at least counter that argument.
Right. Yeah. I mean that's an option. That is an option.
My only point is and I'm addressing my allies here, not the winged angels.
Oh yeah. They're now like discussing. You guys are now at a different corner, also having your side conversations.
Yeah. I addressing them. My point is simply that a situation of biting the hand that feeds. These individuals, there's nothing to say that this medicine is actually not being used for research and not benefiting the people. This is the word of two, albeit intimidating, but random people that we have just met. I'm saying there's no proof to their words yet.
But we've seen that the guards don't give a shit about the row. We've seen the way the row is impoverished. We've seen
and that
a systematic
implicates the
oppression of the
college. Why?
people. I'm sorry?
And that implicates the college. Why?
Because we've never heard about it until just now. So
okay,
we're gonna.
I guess you're not getting me. I'm saying just because the guards are shit doesn't mean the university is.
True, but like I'm just saying, based on what we see of the row, there's no benefits to any research or any advancements in medicine when the people are impoverished and dying and struggling, and there's no help being done about it.
I've gathered from your personality, Kavak, that you are strictly a good do-gooder, and I applaud you for it, but I can tell that you don't always see the bigger picture. I don't have much of a choice here. I'm willing to help you all out because we need to get this to move forward, but just know, I see this ending poorly.
No, I mean, I'm willing to. Yes. I'm willing to hear your perspective. It seems like.
Yes, I'm so excited.
You're just like, oh well, the university. I just want, and I understand there's risk involved, but I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like morally it's the right thing to do.
Previously, we had robbed from gangs and crack dens, effectively. This is robbing from actual government officials, people that we are supposed to work with. That is the entirety of my initial hesitation here.
Lockshire just kind of like rubs his chin. What if we try and follow the cargo and see where it goes, and maybe
maybe we can actually find out for ourselves if it's actually being, I don't know, sequestered for something else, maybe being sold off to the highest bidder. I'm not saying that hasn't happened, but
Exactly.
we just rushed in ahead and rob city officials with absolutely no proof that this is actually going to the wrong hands.
I
Then,
do think
well,
it.
we are the ones that are becoming criminals now.
I do think
I'm
it is
good with that.
important to note that while working for me, yes, we do help people, but we also don't always follow the law. I'm not a guard for the sole purpose that I don't like to always walk alongside the righteous path of the law. Sometimes justice finds its way outside of the law. And he winks at you guys as if he said something profound and deep. I think what we should do is follow this, and we see where it goes. If we feel that it's going to the right people, we leave it at that and wash our hands of this quest and find another way to find leads.
I can stand by that decision.
I'm good with that, BK, because the one thing I was starting to get worried was that I don't want to basically start a full like side quest line that was like basically that we'd get way in or over our heads. I was just like, but like just morally, like I just we need to do something for these people. But yeah, I'm a-okay with spying and observing and seeing if it is in fact being like abused and like not really being allocated properly, then we step in. Otherwise, we kind of just let nature take its course.
Okay. Well, also, Nathan, I just wanted to mention, just off the get-go, that I was saying all that in character. I
Yeah,
understand.
no, I was too. I was too.
All right, cool. All right.
Yeah, no.
Well, so I guess we have a plan, unless anyone, Lockshire or Tart, has an issue with it.
Nope. Sounds like a pretty solid plan to me. I'm just legally obligated to be here, so whatever Lockshire
Yeah.
tells me to do, I guess
You're
I'll
legally obligated to help us
I've
break
had
the
court
law.
order of appearance.
Congratulations.
do. What was that?
I said you're legally obligated to help us break the law. Well,
Yeah.
good job.
I'm legally obligated to do whatever Lockshire tells me to do.
At this point, he's legally obligated to potentially break the law.
Yeah.
As of right now, following a convoy isn't really illegal.
The intentions, however, are the intentions of
Oh,
robbing
yeah,
it.
100%. I'm just saying that
Following with the
legally,
intention of
following a
of robbing
convoy,
is illegal.
but you can't prosecute someone based on intention if you don't know what they're intending to do.
True that. All right, so we have a plan. Lockshire goes and explains to them what you guys are going to do, but he says it as if you guys are going to take the quest. He says nothing about not taking the quest.
I just need him to figure out where the start and stop of the cargo is. Like, where does it come from? Where does it go? Where does it come from, Cotton Eye Joe? That
Oh
situation.
my god, you read my mind.
She walks you all over to the map and points it out. She points at the dockside. It will be delivered and dropped off here at the dockside, where it will be switched out of the hands of the merchants and into the hands of the mercenaries hired to escort it from the dockside to the university. It will go on these different paths on its way over there, and it will eventually make its way here. These are all the appropriate interception routes, if you can find them. If it makes it into the university without you intercepting it, it will become incredibly more difficult for you to retrieve it, and you will no longer be able to drop it off with us. You will have to drop it off somewhere else. Here is the location that you'd have to drop it off to. The Dyrenok Mines. So, basically what she's saying is, if you can manage to steal the cargo within these certain routes, all you have to do is drop it at like an easy drop point. It's easy to go, it's done, someone else will take care of it from there. But if you don't manage to get it at one of the drop points, you will have to deliver it yourself. You'll have to get the cart, move it on the cart to the Dyrenok Mines. If you manage to intercept it before then, though, you can just use the convoy that it's already being traveled with to bring it to a spot, and they'll take it from there. But if it gets into the university, you will have to procure another method of picking it up and delivering it to Dyrenok Mines.
How
That's
big
fair.
is this cargo?
It's relatively large. It's like thousands of thousands of gems worth of medicines. It's like
Sorry,
20 crates.
okay, that's what I was thinking more of physically how big, not financially how big it was. So
Yeah,
yeah, so 20.
it's
Okay.
like 20 crates. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, gents. Well, if you all are ready, we can go and scout out the area and see what we got to see.
Let's do it.
All right, Dylan. How long does it take for us to get to that general area?
It'll take you not long. Like you just go to the bridge side. You drop down a level to dock side, and then you just follow the dock side all the way to the Dire Knock docks.
Am I correct in assuming that it's like nighttime now?
It is now nighttime. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna scout out and see if we can figure out which one of these ships or whatever it's all this shit's on.
Yeah. So there are many ways you could go about trying to figure out what ships have what what ships have what crates on them. How are you guys going to go about trying to figure that out?
How many ships are there?
In the currently there's only one. There's one right here.
Well, that's the one we're checking first.
I mean, there's only one merchant ship. There's a couple of ships here, but there's only one merchant ship. And judging by the fact that I only are you
Yes,
guys looking at
we're
the same
looking
page
for.
as me? Okay, yeah.
I
Judging by the fact that I only put the one
That
there,
would be the one.
you could probably assume that that's the one. So,
Yeah.
so it is the only merchant ship that is receiving cargo. So there's merchants on it, and they're dropping cargo off.
Gotcha.
And you guys are going to start over here. So I'm just going to move your little icons over here.
First thing I want to see, guards versus workers. What do they look like? How are they dressed? That kind of situation.
All right. So as you guys are standing over here by the dockside, I'm assuming you're not like making yourselves known. You're just kind of like
No.
over here. You see these guys right over here. They look like mercs. They do not look like guards. They look like mercenaries as they're standing over here. And then there's another one over here. You can see down. Actually, you just see a large building right here.
Random dress, like they don't have an actual like dress. Like they don't have like a uniformish kind of thing.
It looks like they are all wearing the same vest. Other than that, though, it's just mixed match armor. But all of them are wearing the same what's the word for it? Gherkin. They're all wearing the same leather gherkin with the same embroidered patch on it.
So it's basically like Walmart, where like they have a vest, but they all wear random shit underneath it.
Yeah, essentially.
How many of them are there?
There are 3 up above the docks, just kind of standing street side. There's one standing dockside, like on the dock that the stuff is being loaded out of. There is a merchant handing off stuff to a handing off the boxes to a dock worker, and there's another dock worker walking back and forth, dropping the boxes off and setting them right here. These are the boxes that are being dropped off.
And what are I don't know if I can do it. Right below that guy you just moved, there looks like there's 4 other guys. What are they?
Dock workers.
Yeah, they're dock workers. It's just more dock workers. They're all doing the same thing. They're all helping load and unload cargo, moving cargo around from one spot to another. This one is the only one that is being loaded off. The rest are being loaded on. So all these dock workers are just loading things onto other ships.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I look at the rest of them and I go, I think we might have just found our perfect inn, boys. And I look around to see if anyone else has gotten ahead of me and maybe figured out what I'm getting at. How does everyone look? We've just got a lot of vacant stares.
Lockshire looks like he's like rubbing his chin and inspecting everything, like he's trying to figure it all out.
Well, we got 3 guards that direction. There are 3 of us, and I look down at her. Maybe 1 extra. And I see no reason why they need to board the ship tonight.
Are you suggesting that we take out the lookouts?
Perhaps, and we then find out if they actually know what their friends look like.
Okay.
I can, well, incapacitate one probably on the get-go, but it's going to be loud is what I'm worried here. So, if anyone has anything that can help in this situation, I'm open to the suggestions. I'm not nearly as adept in the skills of magic as you all are.
I can throw ethereal poison daggers.
Well, how about we try not to kill these people first?
I mean, poison doesn't have to kill you. It could just make you not conscious.
What does your spell say?
It's from my race attribute.
Uh-huh. And what does it say?
Well, it is I can throw poison daggers 1d4 plus throw, 5 feet plus throwing distance.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume DM that poison damage is lethal damage in your world.
Yeah, it's lethal. It's hard to. I mean, like you can say like I don't want to kill this person, and they won't die, but like they will feel like they are dying. It will be viewed as a lethal attempt on their life. There's no way to like do it in a way where you'd like, all right, I'm going to use the haft end of my sword. I'm going to just hit them with the pommel to knock them unconscious. Like clearly that was an attempt to not slash them with the sword part. This one, like, yeah, they won't die because you specified I don't want them to die, but it will look like you attempted to kill them to anyone who is watching.
Gotcha.
Can I use my ability and some alchemy tools to make a like a sleeping powder to put on, no, like just like a sleeping powder or something?
With time, a space to do so, and equipment, yes, but like on the fly, no.
Okay.
So
Good thought.
Good to know.
No,
That's
I
something
mean,
we
like,
can do
because like
later.
that's just kind of all right. So does my ability not do that?
What does it say?
Because you said I can like use. All right, hold on. Let me find it.
I mean, you're talking about the specialist alchemist, right? The alchemy specialist.
Yeah.
Let me find it too. Specialist.
Oh, never mind. It's I can give people potions in combat, but I can't. I need to be at my. I need to be at like a table to make it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You have to be at like a
Well, if
workbench.
the magic and the alchemy is not going to do it for us, then perhaps the charismatic option is the best way. And I look down at Tart. Do you think with your feminine wiles you could convince one to separate from the herd?
I'm not
One of
sure
these
I
probably
like how you
will.
put that, but I can try. Just
I do actually chuckle at
yeah.
that, but yeah.
I'll do my best. And I walk over to hold on. Where am I leading him to? What's the point of getting him away from them?
Because then there's one that we can get away and take his outfit.
Okay, so we are still gonna we're still gonna do something to him.
I mean, we're probably gonna leave him unconscious in an alley, yes, but not dead. That's the point.
Yeah, you guys
That's
are
what we're
trying
to do
to
here.
you're trying to pull the old drag them around the corner, beat them up, take their clothes, and be like, "Hello, friends."
If we do this on the boat, then we're gonna have to leave the bodies on the boat, and then people are gonna unload the boat and find the bodies. So the only other option that we'd have is to throw them in the water, and then they're gonna drown and die. So
It's a
we gotta
boat.
kind of,
We
if we're gonna
can
do this
throw the
non-lethally, we
bodies
gotta do it now.
over the edge of the boat.
What?
I said it's a boat. We can throw the bodies over in the water.
That's what I just said, but then they drowned and die. I'm trying not to kill these people. They're just doing their jobs as of
we
now.
can attach something to them so they float.
I think you're really overestimating the ability of an unconscious body to actually stay afloat.
Look,
I'm not using them as buoys around the sides of the boat here.
They'll be fine. Just hang them over the edge.
Yeah, just fucking
No, he's
Viking
not
water
dead, he's just
slaughter them, tie them to
sleepy.
the front of the boat,
To
and
the
just
front of
fucking
the
plow
boat.
them through the waves.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be all right. If they're strong of conviction, they'll survive.
Exactly.
Is that how that
Then
works?
they're weak.
Jesus Christ. Also,
My
Tim
brother's
says
here
hi.
listening to this, by the way, and he's laughing his ass off.
Good. I love it. Dylan, Tim
We're
says
trying-
hi.
Hello, Tim.
Hello, Tim.
I'll let him know.
Tell
I'll let him
Tim-
know everybody says hi.
Tell Tim that I love him and that he should be playing this game with us too.
He should be. He should play. He should be playing Lockshire.
No, you can't play another person's player character, but he could make his own character. He could be one of these guys
mean,
you
I
guys
was-
are about to beat
I
up.
was
He
joking,
said the
but-
sentence "crab is coming."
Crab is coming. Oh no.
Crab tank.
Crab
tank.
Crab tank.
Here it comes.
Oh, fast as fuck, crap.
All right. So, what is the current objective? You guys could try to like.
I presented one plan,
Yeah,
and then the
I-
counter plan was we go and throw bodies in the ocean.
Yeah,
so,
you kill him.
I'm gonna go with the plan of I'm now a siren.
Woohoo!
Oh God. All right.
I'm gonna stealthily shadow her.
Okay.
So before I do that, so should I ask Tim to jump into the Discord and like just listen and see if he is gonna join this with us?
Yeah. He can totally jump in and listen. I don't have the ability to put him in as a character right now. I don't have that like prepped or planned. But
That's fine. I just didn't want him to like offer for him to jump in and listen with it if it wasn't
No, it's totally cool. Just let him know that it is live streaming. So like, if he says anything, like other strangers on the internet could hear him.
I mean, if anything, you need to make sure he mutes himself.
I'm fine with him talking. I just don't want him to like not know that he's being live streamed.
Ah, I get you. Consent.
Let's see. It's which Discord channel are we in?
Fateless Legacies.
And the voice chat's the adventure one.
Yeah. Because he's saying he doesn't have the role, and I'm like, I don't think there's a role for it.
There's not a role for it.
Imagine having a role to be able to get into a group chat.
Yeah, I know, right?
They got it too.
that's-
Fuck it, it'll be for tomorrow.
I didn't get high enough. I guess I can't play. You failed. You're bad, and you should feel bad.
Alright,
That
Boomer.
happened.
I think he means he doesn't have roll 20.
That might
No,
be.
not roll 20. Like roles in the Discord server. There he is.
Oh, low.
I totally forgot about this server.
Yeah, I know, right?
Where we play the D&D.
So yeah, so this is Fateless Legacies. It's a game. It's a role-play heavy based tabletop system that's designed to like be a little more character creative friendly. You made the crab tank. You know how it works. The game is taken on
My monostat crab. Yes.
So the game has
Yeah.
taken on a bit of a different form since then, but it's relatively the same. But go ahead and you can hang out, watch as much as you'd like to. I don't have the option to put you in yet, but if you watch, see what this game is about, and decide yes, I'd like to play, I would fit in with this, or nah, maybe not. Entirely up to you. But yeah, this is your chance to sit and watch if you want to. And then next game I can put you in.
Who's streaming?
I'm streaming.
I'm guessing on Twitch.
On Twitch, yeah.
Yeah, the Fateless Legacies Twitch.
Also, like, I've thought about the fucking fast as shit crab multiple times since our first session.
Yeah. Fucking fast.
I love it.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah,
Fast as fuck, boy.
yeah. I even said that at work today. I was just like, oh man, I miss crab.
The fucking crab man.
Yeah, we're like doing the math, like, oh my god, I'm so fucking fast. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
I'm wondering if he's still able to be that fast. I don't think so, but now you have the ability to actually have a shell, so that's good.
Oh, thank God.
Oh
I
my
was so worried I'd lose the one thing that made me a crab.
I know. Now you can still be crab. You can still crab the crab.
Hell yeah.
crab
All right. Anyway,
people.
so are you guys gonna drag this
Yeah.
this guard around the corner and like fuck
Yeah.
him or whatever it is that you
Yeah,
guys are
I'm
about to do?
gonna become
No,
a
she's
siren
gonna
and
fuck him.
lead him
We're
to
gonna
his death
fuck him
before we.
afterwards.
Yeah, I'm gonna lead him to his death, where we are gonna strangle him and then throw him into the water so he can drown.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, fuck him.
Yeah. All right. Hell yeah.
I was thinking taking him to Applebee's instead. Maybe split an appetizer.
So that's a 10. So
Good God.
D8, and that's an 8. So D6, that's a 2. All right.
So how do you lure him, and like where are you luring him? Are you like just gonna whistle from the corner?
Yeah. I'm gonna full Bugs Bunny this shit. I'm gonna like
Oh man, I think that's
whistle
Lola
from
Bunny
around
is
the
what
corner.
you're thinking here, bud.
Not
And
Bugs.
then,
Bugs does
like-
it too. All right.
Oh, does he?
Let's be fair,
So
Bugs did it first.
we're gonna say you're gonna go around the building. You're gonna come up
Yeah.
along this end. You're gonna whistle for one of them to come around the corner.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hike up my thigh high, and I'm
Oh,
gonna stick
God.
it out.
Oh my
Obviously,
God.
the Lollicon's gonna approach.
And he clearly walks over there to you because you rolled a
Oh
goddamn
yeah, I forgot to roll
26.
my stealth roll. Let's see what that does. It's physical plus stealth, so that's an 11.
11. Okay.
Yeah.
You walk around there. Let's just give him a perception just to see. Nah, he don't see you. And he walks up to you, Tart. He's gonna roll an insight check on you. 5. Fucking. Where is he at? There he is. 5, 6, 7. Yeah. He don't suspect shit. So what are you saying to this man as he walks over to you?
I'm just gonna kind of I don't know. I don't know how to be sexy. Fucking y'all saw me at Katsucon.
I saw you in a fucking maid outfit, dog. I got a fucking full chub in an instant.
Oh my God.
That's true.
There we are.
There it is.
So yeah, I just kind of look at him and just be like, "Hey, you should come over here. You should come over here with me. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a grand old time."
You're gonna give him the old ooh woo.
I'm gonna give him the business.
Hello.
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna be like, "I'm gonna give you the business."
Yeah, so he does walk over to you, and
Okay.
it gets weird for a brief moment as he like puts his hand up against the wall and gives you a smile, and he's like, "Well, I am working, but these fucks are taking their sweet time unloading this cargo, so I've got about 3 minutes on me. 3 minutes of
He's
extra
a 3
time."
minute man. Okay, I hear it.
The 3 minutes. Wow.
Hey,
I'm gonna compliment him. for
with 3
lasting
minutes,
3
I got
minutes.
2 minutes and 30 seconds extra.
Russ, you see it's heading in a direction.
Yeah, no. So the blade turns into more of a dagger type situation.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to attempt to non-lethally prick him, stab him with the dagger, and then try to grapple him at like after I do so, because I'm going to try to hit him with the lethargy hex.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're just gonna walk up and give him the old sticky stabby, just one little poke.
Yep.
So roll to hit. He doesn't expect it, so it's not a particularly high check. He's gonna be missing his
Alright, so it's going to be
focus.
a physical plus melee weapon roll. That's going to
Doesn't
be
have
16.
Definitely hits.
Cool, and he has to roll a. Give me 1 second. He has to roll a mental plus fortitude check versus my mental plus presence.
All right, so that's gonna be 4.
And mine is okay, that pulled up a thing. Whoops. Okay, try that again. Already higher.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to then just grapple him, and he is now tired. He is tired. He cannot do any spells, and he cannot perform any martial techniques.
Hell yeah. And tired, I believe, gives him a -2 to this check.
If that's what your
So
system does, that's what your
4,
system does. I'm not sure.
Believe so. I'm gonna check, but so it's a 6 to oppose being grappled. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it's just a 10.
All right,
Yep,
and then what is
just a
grappling
10.
again? It's a physical plus
That's
what?
the wrong one. 11. It's actually an
Physical
11.
athletic?
It
That's
is
with a
yes.
-2?
Yeah. It's a no. I haven't added his minuses yet, but
Okay.
but go ahead and make a physical plus
Okay,
athletics
so I'm
check
trying to beat a
grapple him.
9 then because of the -2.
Because of the -2, but it might be more than 2. Let me make 100% sure.
Okay. Crit.
Fuck yeah, you've probably passed even without him being
11, and you said it's physical plus what for athletics? Physical
Athletic.
plus athletics?
yeah, physical
Okay.
plus athletics.
All right, so my numbers is 17.
Hell yeah. Under
The
equipment,
card
I
is booked up.
think it's over here. Or is it under combat? There it is. Tired. Gives you a -10 to move, a -2 to the checks, and he loses 1d4 morale.
And I am assuming he could
Or more
probably.
morale.
Oh shit.
That was yeah. He loses.
Oh, okay. I
That
thought
was
that
just
was his roll for a second. I was like, fuck. All right.
no. That was the morale. So yeah, it is a
Gotcha,
-2 to the check. So it's what did I say? 6,
You
7,
said
8,
9
9,
was the
10.
total then.
Yeah. So it's a 9.
Okay. So I assume he can still yell. So I do shove my leather forearm into into the freaking mouth part of where he's got while I'm trying to strangle him out.
Yeah, absolutely. And his movement is reduced by 10, so you could just start dragging him. Or you've got your hand in his mouth, struggling. At this point, you've got him grappled. You have like you can now say things. You can do whatever you need to do.
Gotcha. I am trying to render him unconscious.
Gotcha. Just gonna start choking him. All right, so that's a
If
thing.
I look at Tart, if she has some way of assisting this, by all fucking means.
Yeah, I like assist. I guess I put my hand over his mouth and just don't scream. It'll only make it worse.
Oh God. All right, so grappling. After selecting a medium or small target within your reach, you may attempt to grapple them as a first action. There it is, strangling. So so the way it works is you grapple them, you then have to pin them, you can then start strangling them. So
Okay.
it'll be one more check. This time you have Tart's athletics skill as an assistant in helping.
Okay. So I'm just rolling a d10 plus my athletics and the same thing again?
Yeah, so plus physical, plus athletics, plus Tart's athletics.
Oh, so you get nothing.
Okay. It doesn't help at all. She just looks at him and is like, "Don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it."
All right. Mine's an 8.
It's an 8. So
Wait,
his is
wait, no, it's a 9.
it's
Sorry.
a 9. Okay. I still think you beat him. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Did we roll the same?
10. Hang on. I keep fucking losing him. There he is. He's got 3, 4, 5. So it's 6. So it's an 11. So he got an 11. -2. So he got a
You got
9.
a 9.
9 as well. Yeah.
So we got the exact same roll.
So nothing happens. Actually, no. I think it goes to you. So ties go to player. Tie go or not player, but ties go to the initiator.
Usually. Oh, okay. So usually ties go to the defender.
To the
but
defender.
Yeah. It's up to you in this situation.
Yeah,
if you want
'cause
us
it's a
to do
grapple.
a roll off because it's like the exact same thing, and I do have a little person assisting me, so
Yeah.
I know
So
actually have.
in
Yeah.
in this case, I'll give you the option to roll again. Yeah. So
I'll
we'll just...
roll again. I'll roll again.
Oh God, this poor son of a bitch.
All right. So now mine's a 10.
It's a 10. I thought I just rolled it. I did. Oh, it's a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, -2. So yeah, you win.
All right. Cool. So I guess he starts to actually get out.
Yeah,
then
he starts getting
I'm
out,
just
and then
imagining with
Tart...
the same leg that Tart frickin' showed earlier, just puts it on his face and shoves him back into the ground.
Yeah, just fucking just knee into chest and pins him. If you succeeded a grapple attempt the previous turn, you may use your first action to pin them. Doing this will cause the target to have restrained condition. While pinning a target in this way, you are considered prone. After pinning a target, you may begin to strangle them. Strangling a target will deal your physical stat in damage directly to the target.
That's 5.
Yep. So you will. So he's gonna resist again, obviously. So one more attempt at resisting. With Tart helping you, I'm just gonna give you give him another -1. Just because.
Man,
so
all of my
-3,
rolls
so
are low now.
2.
Yeah, I just keep rolling low.
So he's got a 6.
Oh well, I did beat the 6. So,
Okay.
because my pluses are 6. So yeah, it's an 8.
Okay, cool. Then it's good. Then it's good. He rolled pretty low as well. So you are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minus 3, 6. Yeah, it's a 6. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you begin strangling him. That's 5 points of health, or 5 points of damage directly to his health.
So is this the second 5 points again, or is this just the first time? Because I know we have already had like 3 different checks up to this point.
This is the first instance. So
Jesus Christ.
you know what I forgot to so Tart. You
Yeah.
can also strangle this man. You can both be strangling him.
Cool.
Sweet.
So Tart
What's your physical modifier?
2.
2.
There
So
you
you
go.
can also add that to it. 2 people can be strangling the same target. So do you want to be doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 7 total, I'm guessing. Okay, he's still conscious, but that makes a big difference. You see his eyes rolling back in his head as both of you are just on top of this man, just choking him. He's just Tart's just got her hand over his mouth. Well,
We've gotten this far. Does it just?
Nope,
Oh my
nope.
God.
You gotta go again. You've got to struggle through it. You beat him. Now
he
he's
doesn't have negatives anymore. I hit the lethargy's worn off.
it's okay.
So
after
I
3
don't
turns.
think I did.
5,
unless
6,
unless
7,
he's
8.
taking negatives now because of being rendered unconscious. I don't fucking know.
No. But I still think you won. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now it's just a 9. 10. It's a 10.
Okay.
It's a 10.
Mine's a 12.
Okay, so yeah, it's a 10 without pluses, right? It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's a 10. So you got a 12.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Yep.
All right, so it's another 5 points to him plus Tarts
Plus
2.
Tarts 2.
That's another 7. So he's at minus 14 now.
He's unconscious now.
Okay, cool. I'm not killing him. Let him go, and but I do obviously undress / rob this man.
Yep, for sure. It's just he's just mumbling and screaming in the corner as he gets. Occasionally they hear a noise coming from back there, but they don't seem to go and check. They
Gotcha.
actually seem to walk farther away from him.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to don his armor. I don't know in your system how long that takes.
It with a person assisting you, the time is cut in half, and it depends on what kind of armor it is. He is wearing leather. He's wearing medium leather armor, so it is I think 4 minutes to don. So it's 2 minutes with someone helping.
So yeah, I guess we take the 2 minutes to get the armor on him, or on me
Yeah.
rather.
Okay.
Yeah.
And good enough.
What's the
Okay.
rest of the party up to? Because we did that, and that took like a whole 3 minutes. So y'all
It
do
did.
your thing.
It did take a whole 3 minutes. So Kavak and Lockshire, you see them walk away. You also notice the guards occasionally. You see one of the guards does walk away behind the building. The other 2 guards, they chuckle to each other, and then eventually time passes and they keep like eyeing the corner, and they start to walk away. When they get away, they're actually moving closer to the 2 of you, and they're now like talking about it. They're like, you better fucking hurry it up. We've got fucking things to do. He can't just be fucking off getting his dick wet. We're in the middle of a fucking job. We can't let this shit keep happening. We're gonna bring this up to the boss. Oh, of course we are. Of course we are. We're not gonna let it happen again. It's not right. It's not professional is what it is. It's not professional. It makes us all look bad. It makes us look like we're the fucks, and he's over there having a good old time while we're here doing our jobs, getting paid. We should take his cut. We should take his fucking cut. And that's what's happening. They're arguing about it. Do either of you do anything, or are you gonna continue stealthing?
Are you talking about
Kavak,
right?
Yeah, Kavak and Lockshire.
Are you talking about the 2 guards? You said they're walking more towards where
They're
the
walking.
other 2 went
No,
to,
they're
or
walking in
walking
your
this way?
direction. They're walking away. They're
Okay.
walking this way.
Okay.
It seems like they're just walking away from their friend so that they could talk
Yeah.
shit on him.
Yeah.
But eventually you do notice they finish. the dock workers. They seem to finish up what they're doing. One of them walks over to the merchant. They hand off pieces of paper to each other and a sack of coins, and then the dock workers go back to what they're doing. They walk over to the merchant. They talk to the merchant. The merchant
Okay.
waves
before.
at.
I was just saying, if Kavak isn't going to do anything, then I do have one thing that I will do to try to lure another guard my direction.
Okay. I'll ask Kavak one more time. Kavak, so you see all that happening, that the dock workers are starting to do stuff. It looks like the writ has been handed off, and the merchant and the mercenary give a look at each other, signaling that the deal is about to be done. Are you guys going to do anything, or are you going to let the deal be done?
I'm going to take the back because I don't really know exactly what to do, so I'm going to follow the lead of my associate.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Lockshire, as you turn around, is actually not there anymore. You don't see Lockshire behind you. You turn around and he's just not there.
Fucking brilliant.
Fucking brilliant.
Well, here I am, all alone.
As you finally get all of the armor onto yourself, Russ, you see Lockshire come around the corner, and he looks at you, and he looks at the guy, and he just moves
He's alive.
He moves his hand around, and then he moves his hand over your face. You see this sort of like sigil rune kind of like shapes swirling around his hands as light starts to weave around your face. It becomes kind of blinding for a brief second, and then nothing appears to have happened. But Tart, you do see that now Russ's face looks like the unconscious man on the ground's face.
Well, that's a neat trick.
I was going to lure one of them over here and so we can get a second suit of armor, but I guess this might work, actually.
I just figured out
I'd say so.
that Lockshire has the illusion spell, so.
Lockshire, would you be willing to also accompany me on this journey?
Well, of course. I figured I was going to anyway.
Stay right here for a moment. And I step around the corner and I go, guys, can I get one of you over here? I fucked up. And I'm going to attempt to emulate the voice of the person that
Okay.
I had.
So that will be a social plus performance check, or
okay.
Social plus performance check.
Social plus performance.
Yeah.
So not very good. That's a 4.
That's a 4. It's okay. Like, they believe your face, but like you sound a little different. You sound a little worried. That's okay. That this will play into the
You sound like you fucked up.
Social plus manipulation check that I'm gonna have you roll now.
I look at Tart and I say, lay on the ground beside the unconscious guy. I know it sounds weird, but please.
Okay. I lay on the ground.
Tart. Okay. Yeah. Sure. So I now Russ, I need you to make me a social plus manipulation check.
Probably just a flat roll. Fuck, keep hitting the wrong button. Well, I do have 2 in social, so yeah, that's a 9.
That's a 9. That's not horrible.
I'm just trying to draw over one of them.
Yeah.
That was the original intention. So.
They look at each other and chuckle, and one of them nods at the other one. Couldn't get her off, mate. And
it's a little worse than that, lad. And I point at the ground, and what is the first response that comes out of his mouth?
Wait, who's? And then who's?
And then the freaking blade turns into a chain, and I do the same fucking thing again.
You just fucking wrap it around. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Now
so,
I have 2 assistants.
Yep. Make me a physical plus athletics check to grapple him.
Okay. That's gonna be a 12.
Yeah.
What did he roll? He critted.
He critted.
Shit.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, it's a 20. Yeah, as you wrap the chain around his throat, he grabs the chain tight and then heaves you back, slams you up against the wall, hits you.
A bit more of a fighter than the last one.
Yeah, hits you in the shoulder and spins out of it, knocking the chain out of his grip. You're still holding onto your chain, and he looks at everyone around him. And roll initiatives.
Fair enough.
Am I still playing dead?
You can be doing whatever you want to, but Your body's laying on the ground. God, this guy's got some fucking fight.
I'm gonna be playing dead
Uh,
until he comes near me, and then I'm gonna trip him.
mine's an 11.
Crit. So 12. Okay. Let me make the.
Jesus, DM. What the fuck? 10,
I-
9, 10. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Oh.
I know, right? These guys are fucking ready. I don't think his dodge is high. It's just as a 2. Yeah, okay. So 9, 10, 11. So it's an 11, but I've player characters go first in initiative ties because it's easier for me that way. Label. Just Tart, what was your check? Or what was your roll?
12.
12? Okay. Oh my god, I have to pee so bad. Alright, so I've got, and, Kavak, what's yours? Kavak, what's your check? Okay, I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
Yep. Your thing.
Have fun.
Alright, I'm gonna leave for just a second, guys, so I can say hi to my family. They just showed up after a very long drive.
Have fun.
I'll be right back.
I'll miss you. Looks like it's just us.
I guess this counts as intermission. I'm gonna talk now.
Do it.
Bet.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna stabilize so much fucking flux. Holy shit.
Fucking right. I don't know who this Oddwalda guy is, but like, I don't know. He's growing on me.
Oh my god, my health. I don't need to be that bloodied for this.
I'm still loading. I can't see your health. Also, I have to level up 8 times. Jesus Christ.
I have to level up 16.
Jesus Christ. Mood.
I'm banking them.
What do you mean my stash box is full? Don't give me that shit. Oh, that'll do it, yeah.
Looks like we're in a party with 3 bloodied builds.
Yep. Then my dumbass. Oh, look at me. I've got full health. Oh.
Dude, I'm trying to get all I want is a junky 50 cal. If I can get a junky 50 cal, I'll be happy. I miss having full health. It's
I
so
bet.
much easier to get addicted to everything than it is just to maintain a low health. Fuck, are they doing it?
Maybe. Also, why did you give me all of those ultrasight plasma cores?
I found them on the ground, dog. Somebody
Oh.
else dropped them.
Well, I'll find something to use them for.
Yeah.
Do I need fusion cells for anything? Do I have a gun that uses fusion cells?
Can't believe I actually got the perfectly preserved pie.
I know.
I screamed when I got it, like I knew I would.
I bet.
I don't really care about the Wendigo Colossus vocal sax, so
Wendigo Colossus. I don't think I've actually killed a Wendigo Colossus to even get anything from it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you haven't. You've
No.
never killed Earl.
Nope.
Earl can suck my fucking nuts. I hate Earl.
We
All my-
just killed him.
Oh, Bobby,
all,
guess
all
what?
my homies hate Earl.
What?
I got it. I got the flamethrower.
Fuck yes.
I got it. I got the thing.
Oh,
I
I have
love
an
it.
aristocrat flamethrower now.
I got an aristocrat auto launcher. I just wasn't sure you.
Yeah. I
I-
have one too. It just does. It's honestly not as good as I was hoping.
Yeah, I figured as much. That's why I just sort of. I'm like, he hasn't gotten back to me. He probably doesn't care about it.
Yeah, I don't really use explosive weapons with my with that character anyway. So
Mm.
I just use like automatic pistols and heavy weapons. Well, not pistols. Sorry, automatic rifles and heavy weapons. But
Yeah.
How's
I found
life been though?
is what it is. I found out that I don't actually need plans for the turrets. I just need the home defense perk.
Really? Okay. I thought you had to get at least one of the.
Nope. You gotta. It's just like the
Maybe
missile
it's
turrets.
just for the lights.
The spot
one of
locks,
them-
I can make. I can make both the
Mhm.
spotlights. I think.
I
'Cause,
know
the
I
missile
found it.
turrets.
I know I found a
missile-
plan for one of those turrets. I can't remember which one it was, but oh well.
The missile turret requires max home defense and I believe 1 science.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it
perk,
was.
so, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I looked it up online. I'm like, wait, are you fucking for real?
Wish I could sell ammo.
Me too.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you can
Hey.
just shove it in the vendor bot, or not the vendor bot. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
machine.
that'll
that
take
gives
like
you points.
45 minutes.
It does take a little while. I agree. But
Yeah.
if you consistently do it, then you have an infinite ammo machine. Especially for someone like me who uses flamer fuel, I can literally just walk up there and just pull out thousands of units of flamer fuel and not have to go through all my
I
fucking acid
use
anymore.
ultrasight fucking
Plasma.
ultrasight fusion cores exclusively.
But you have another character that uses stuff.
That's true.
Kavak, what was your
Ah!
your dodge check?
We got yelled at. What's going on?
Kavak, what was your dodge?
Kavak, are you here?
Nathan? There's no Nathan.
All right, well he's
There's-
going last then.
Okay.
He's gone forever.
Gone forever. All right, so starting
no
up on
percent.
the top, we've got Lockshire, who's actually going first. Lockshire's going to go up behind the person and try. Actually, you know what? He's got some spells. I think he can. I think he has a spell that might help with this. Dang it. Dag nabbit. There we go. Okay. He's going to try and use something called Enthralling Whisper, which I think is a 2 cost. All right, so as a first action, non-hostile creature of no more than 2, come and simple commands. Okay, I'll move that up from 2 to 3, but yeah, never mind. He can't do that, so he's just gonna run up behind and try to grab the person. He's not going to succeed though. All right, so that's Lockshire's turn. He just runs up behind him. He tries to grab him, and he just gets elbowed in the face. It is now the Merc's turn. Who? No.
I am attempting to block his exit if where I'm standing will allow me.
It wasn't his turn though, because I'm pretty sure you went before he did. Oh, that's what it was. I had two different Merc. I put the Merc there with lock. You and the Mercs actually got the same initiative, so You
said
actually.
the tie goes to the player,
the tie
right?
goes to player, yeah. So
Fair enough.
Russ, it's your turn.
All right. Well, as an instant action, the chain turns back into a bow.
Sorry, I lied. It's Tart's turn.
I was about to say, I was like, I'm
Fuck
pretty
you.
sure I rolled one higher than everybody, but
You
that's
did.
okay.
Yeah.
Fine, ladies first, and all that bullshit.
it's
Go do your
Tart's
thing.
Thanks. I mean, is the guy near me? Can I like grab his leg and trip him?
Well, this is how you guys. Yes, he's directly in front of you.
Brilliant.
It looks like you guys are right here. He's actually farther down the alleyway. You know what? Let's move it like to it. Nah, fuck. It's fine. You guys are in the same formation but farther up the alleyway. You guys are like roughly 15 feet farther up in the alley.
That's
So
fine.
just as one other thing I want to say, Dylan. What was the weapon of the guy that I took the armor from?
The one that you just rendered unconscious. He had a crossbow and a spear.
Okay. I have the crossbow on the ground, but I'm gonna say the spear's on my back. That's okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine. You guys had the time to put on all the armor. You've got a spear. That's fine.
That's important for later. I just want to let you know.
You also have his coin purse because it was attached. It was hanging off of his armor, so that's on your person too.
I said undress / rob him. So
Yeah.
we'll have to figure out what I got later.
But yep. So that is it. So yeah. Tart, what are you doing? Tart.
I'm gonna trip a guy. I'm gonna trip a bitch.
That's gonna be a physical plus athletics check. This guy just keeps getting grappled at. He's gonna fail one of them. There it is. That's a 2, 5,
So
6,
10.
7. He rolled a 7.
So that was a nat 10,
Sick.
and then that was a 1, so 11, 12, 13.
13. Yeah, you succeeded. You finally succeeded. You don't actually trip him though, because that's not a thing that you can just do. You do grab his legs and pull them together though, and now you've got his legs locked in your legs. Next turn you can trip him.
Brilliant. I love it.
Yeah. But he can't move anymore. He is now held in your leg grapple. Now it is Russ's turn.
All right. Cool. So I am going to hit him. Well, I'm going to attempt to hit him with a arrow of madness hex.
Do it.
And if I succeed the target, we'll get to the rest of that.
Okay.
So roll to hit.
Rough.
It's still 11.
Okay, that might actually. So what's the check that he has to make?
Well, no, that's the roll to hit. The roll to hit doesn't matter. If
Oh,
I don't hit.
oh, it's an 11 to hit. That does hit.
Yeah.
The 11
does
does
hit.
hit. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So then the check is I still have to roll it, but it's going to be he is trying to do a social plus fortitude check versus my mental presence.
Gotcha. So he rolled a 3. He's not big in the social, so +4. So he's got a 7.
Fucking crit. Fuck you all.
All right.
16 plus it's like a 24 some bullshit. It's a lot.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. He got a you definitely win.
Sweet. Okay, so he is terrified of me.
Oh, God.
For how long? Terrified. Okay, so it still has the wrong verbiage, but it should be until the end of my next turn.
Okay. Cool.
And they also loses 1d4 morale.
Oh, you just dropping fools morale. You can roll the morale. Roll the morale.
I'll do the thing. 3.
3. All right, -3 morale.
All right. And for my movement, I'm actually gonna step back a little bit out of the alleyway to where I can like make visual contact with the other guard boy that's like a good 20-30 feet away from us.
Okay, so you're gonna try to like go out in the hallway and look at him.
Yeah, I just step back and like look at his direction, like with the bow still in my hands, as the guy's like, as I'm clearly dealing with something. I go, "Alright, fucker's going mad! Get over here and help me!
All right.
He's attacking my bird!"
So that'll be Jesus Christ. That'll be another social plus manipulation check.
Sure. I don't think I have anything in my it's just an 8, I think. Dog, leave me alone. Sorry, my grandmother's dogs are like, they want to like climb down my fucking throat.
They love you.
They really do, but it's a little much.
So what was your total?
So it's only an 8.
Only an 8. 4, 5, 6. Yeah. They got a 7, so not much.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much better. So yeah. He's like, what are you fucking talking about? It's no like.
Look his direction and like I just glance his direction and then look back down the alleyway that the guy is. So
On his turn, he's gonna
Yeah.
move that way. But
Yeah.
all right. So it will be their turn next. Are you Yeah. So here
I'm ending my turn if that's what you're asking. Yes.
Yeah, this guy right here is
Mhm.
looking relatively angry because you can see him now from where you're at. He's looking kind of angry because he's still standing over by the boxes, waiting, and he's going through and checking all the new box that just came in, and waiting on this fucker to roll the cart around. So this fucker was about to start walking away to grab the cart.
Mhm.
And then he's like, "What are you fucking talking about?" And it is now his turn. So it's we don't have fucking time for this. We're kind of in a fucking middle or something.
He started trying to fuck my bird, and then he tried to kill it. And now he's after me.
It's not your fucking place to be fucking around like. And he comes around the corner to look at what the hell is happening. Who the fuck? Why should he grapple it? Wait, is he on the ground? Are you on the? What the fuck is? All right, so he is at this point, going to attack Tart, who is grappling the guard, but he's not going to hit you, Tart. He's just going to try to grab you.
Oh, good.
Get the fuck
Okay.
off of him! And the guy being grappled is like, he's a fucking trick. It's a fucking trick. And it's like, oh, it's a fucking trick, I bet. Get the fuck off of him. We've got a fucking job to do. Look, lovebirds. You can fuck off any other time of day. He's gonna grab you, Tart, and probably probably succeed. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's the crittiest of crits. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 28 plus pluses. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33 to grapple you, Tart.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can oppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7.
7. Solid. He breaks your grapple. He grabs you with ease. With the swiftest of ease, he spins around, grabs his guy, turns, changes places with him, grabs you, hauls you up, throws you over his back, moves over here, and just kneels down over the body. Who the fuck is this? And he looks down at him. Wait a minute.
And I call him a whole slew of viral slurs.
That is the end of his turn, however. We're coming around to Kavak. You can hear everything that's happening, Kavak, but you don't exactly know what's happening around that corner. Kavak, are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so as you can hear everything that's going on. You don't exactly know what's going on, but you're over here. You're close enough to get over to the commotion. But there's also this other guard, and now he's alone. He's all by himself with these 2 dock workers. The boat over here is taking off. The 2 dock workers are starting to make their way back up the dock side. This guard is alone, and he looks irritated, but he's not looking at you. He's looking in the other direction.
I'm gonna be right back.
You said the boat is already leaving?
The boat is starting to take off, but all of the crates that you guys needed were right here. You heard this guy say something about go get the cart before he had to go and deal with whatever situation he's dealing with over here.
Okay.
So sword and shield guy went over to help spear guy, Sword and Shield guy went over to help Russ, who he thought was Crossbow guy, and realized that Spear guy was being grappled by Tart, who he then just picked up like a rag doll and threw over his shoulder like she was nothing, and then leaned over the unconscious body of Crossbow guy, who he is now starting to realize is probably not Russ and is actually the unconscious man on the ground, standing next to Lockshire, who's just looking up at Crossbow guy, or at Sword and Shield guy. I know it's a lot, but what you are seeing is just this guy, who's angrily looking up in that direction, wondering where the hell all of his guards went, or where the hell all the rest of his mercenary friends went.
Hmm.
Do you want to pass your turn?
Sorry, I know I'm taking forever. I'm trying to decide.
You're good, you're good.
I want to move closer to the garden to try to overhear what he's talking about. I know he's bitching and complaining, but I want to hear exactly what he's talking about.
So make me a stealth check, physical plus stealth check, as you sneak over there. I still can't
Okay.
believe that I did all the crit, the biggest crit, the crittiest of crits. This guy's
Yeah.
a fucking beast.
Well, if you're gonna do it to anyone, it was gonna be on me, so.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Fuck. I
You
got
were
garbage stealth.
you were just not stealthy.
No, not at all. Physical 3, stealth 0, so fucking 6.
Yeah, as you walk over there, you step off
Fucking
the docks.
clumsily clanging around.
Yeah, as you step off the docks, it makes a loud creak noise. He immediately turns his head and looks at you. There's not really anywhere you can like hide, because you're just standing on a dock side. He just looks
Yeah.
over at you, and oi, well, could you go get my fucking cart then? I'll pay you to fucking do their job. I'll just fucking take their pay and I'll give it to you. Can you go get my fucking car? It's right over there. Swear to God, I'll give you a gem. I'll give you a fucking gem right now to go get my fucking cart.
To get because what?
Cart.
Oh, his cart. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'll do that.
You do okay. You gonna go take his money?
Yeah, well, I mean, if anything, it's just so I'm not suspicious.
Yeah. He gives you a single quartz gem shard. Sorry, he gives you 2 quartz gem shards for you to go run up here, grab his cart from over here, and wheel it over here. So that will take up your entire turn for you to wheel the cart over to him. But you wheel the cart over to him. And he's like, fucking thank you. Fucking thing. Are you in the market for a fucking job, mate? Because I've got a fucking job for you. I've got 2 of them. I've got 2 fucking jobs for you. He's saying this as he's loading up the stuff onto the cart. Do this all by my fucking self. 20 fucking crates. 20 fucking. This was supposed to be an easy fucking job. You know that? You know that? This was supposed to be fucking easy. Just load up boxes onto a cart. Move them over to the fucking university. Easy peasy, no problem. And then what the fuck do my mates do? They go and fuck off around a corner. Fucking brothel heads. Fucking fucking poppers. Anyway, so that's your turn, Locke.
Before my turn ends, can I ask him something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I say this is all for university? What do they do with it?
So that will be a check. So make me a social plus persuasion check.
Okay. All right, cool. That's not terrible. Social 2. Social plus what?
Persuasion.
Okay. 6, 12.
12. Oh, they just they take the drugs. They give them a little twisting and and whatnot. My guess is, personally, I think they just they water them down, and they make them more addictive, so they can mass produce them out of the market, so people keep coming back to them to buy the drugs from them instead of from someone else. That's my guess. That's what I think they do with them. Other people think they use them to like make super soldiers or some shit for the fucking government, but you know. That's all conspiracies. I think it's just pure and simple capitalism is what it is.
Yeah, fuck these guys. I'm ready to raid the fuck out of them.
That's just coming from this guy. He doesn't actually know. He doesn't.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. You gather from what this
Like,
man is saying that he just gave you two different conspiracy theories. One of them he believes, and one of them he does not.
oh, I know. I'm just saying. I'm already teetotaling on the edge anyway. It's like so I'm more of a like not chaotic neutral, but like basically I'm like a low key Punisher. So I'm like
Yeah, no.
I want to protect the people that can't protect themselves. So for me, I'm like I'm already like fuck these guys.
Yeah, no. It's good. It's good. It makes sense. So all right. So that's your turn, Kavak.
All right.
Lockshire is going to attempt to attack again. He's gonna grapple. Jesus Christ, Lockshire. He reaches out his hands to grab this guy, and this guy just like spins on heel and just clips Lockshire in the thigh and spins Lockshire around. So Lockshire's facing the other direction. Lockshire's like, what the fuck? Tart, it's your turn. You're being grappled.
Me. Can I escape the grapple?
Yes, you can attempt to escape.
While
Do it.
calling him a slew of slurs.
Absolutely, you just cuss him out. Are you gonna do the vicious mockery thing? It's not called vicious mockery.
I don't have the vicious mockery thing.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. Go ahead and try to escape.
I do tell him that his mother was a hamster and his mother smelt of elderberries.
He's like, "What the fuck does that mean?"
His father eats of elderberries.
You need to fucking calm
Your mother
down.
was a whore. Your mother was a whore, Trebek.
But go ahead and roll to escape.
What was so just physical plus athletics?
Or acrobatics to escape. You can use acrobatics instead of athletics.
Sweet, I have points in acrobatics, so that's gonna be a 12.
Okay. So he's at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he rolled a 7. So you actually do escape. As like smooth as he is, him dealing with Lockshire and you start wiggling. He looks at you. He's like, "Stop fucking moving!" And you grab onto
trying to control me.
You grab onto the side of the building and you pull yourself free from him and land down. You're now standing beside of him.
Brilliant. I try to grapple him. I grab his legs.
Okay. Fucking. Well, escaping the grapple is an action. It does taste your first action on your turn.
Well, then I call him a bitch and I run behind Russ.
Okay. You run away behind Russ. He can use his reaction to come and get you.
And he used his reaction because he used his reaction on Russ.
Did he? I don't
unless
think he did.
Lockshire. Unless Lockshire just rolled a nat 1.
Lockshire just rolled a nat 1.
Oh.
But he also rolled a nat 1. So I'm assuming a 3, 4, 5. A 5 does not hit you?
No.
Didn't think so. Or a 6. Does a 6 hit you?
Still not.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you just duck and roll as he swings his arm out at you to try to grab at you. You just duck and roll. All right, Tart, you're now standing.
His arm out of the way. Like no.
You're now standing behind Russ. These guys all closer together. There we go. All right, Russ, it is now your turn.
All right, sorry, I'm speaking through the speaker now.
You're okay.
All right, yee. So I'm going to first thing use my instant action to switch the bow back into a sword because cover has been blown. There's no reason to hide that at this point.
Yeah. So you're going to use your instant action at the end of Tart's turn, or did you?
I thought you said it was my turn.
It is your turn. An instant action, something you do on someone else's turn, or did you mean second action?
No, because second, I meant like so. There's your version of a bonus action.
Yes, that's the second action.
Okay. So then, what is an actual second action then? Because and what's a second attack called then?
It is also part of a second action. So you have your first action. Your first action might have 2 attacks, and then you can use your second action to make a offhand weapon attack or an additional attack with like a offhand weapon.
Okay, what is it called when you change martial maneuvers? Because you called that
Also-
an instant action.
It's also a second action. Instant
Okay.
action is like shit that you. I forgot. You have that stance that allows you to do it as an instant action. So that's different. That's the rakish stance. That's a specific thing that you can do as an instant action. Most of them cost a second action to do. But
what
that
I
one,
was getting at is the here. Let me find it real quick. Deals you can change. Okay, it does take a second action. So there's only 2 actions. There isn't a like changing martial stances. You had said that it was like the equivalent of a bonus action.
that's exactly right. Yeah. So that's the equivalent of a bonus action. So think if you're thinking of it as action and bonus action, action attack, bonus action to change your martial stance.
Okay. I'm just curious, what is it called then to change your martial action? It's just second action then. All right.
Yes.
Sorry,
correct.
yeah, I'm just trying to get the terminology down. All right, so
No, you're
then
good.
what I'm
You're
going to go ahead and do is, as the second action, that's what it takes to change the bow back into a sword. Do that, and then I am going to hit the same person that is still at this point terrified of me until the end of my turn.
Yes.
I'm going to now hit him with the agony hex.
Good God. Just hex the shit out of this guy.
Basically, yeah. I'm gonna because this is the last one's about to end, so we need to start the second one.
Yeah.
All right. So just gonna go ahead and roll to hit first. D10, and that's gonna be a 17 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Cool. And then he has to roll against my physical plus fortitude versus my mental plus presence.
So that's going to be a 6,
7, 8, 9. Mine is. You said. Let me check real quick. It is mental plus presence, I think, right?
Yeah.
Let me just double check. Yeah, mental plus presence, and mental is a 2, I believe, and presence is a 3, so that's plus 5, so 8.
8. He got a 6, 7, 8, 9. So he got a 9.
Okay, so he is not affected. It takes half of the effect. So I'm gonna scroll back down and find it. All right, it is agony hex on a failed check. The blah blah blah, and if they succeed, they take only half as much. So go just roll 2d4 this time, not 1d4.
2d4. So total of 3 from both the 2d4s, unless you want to roll.
Rounded down. So halves rounded up.
Gotcha. So 3. So 2. So 2. Is that 2 additional damage on top of the damage you would have already taken?
No, that is 2 morale damage, I believe. But let me double check to make correct. On a failed check, they take 2d4 damage and suffer. Oh no, okay, never mind. No, that's actual damage. It's actual damage.
Okay.
And so I need to roll my damage.
Hey guys, while you're doing all this stuff, I'm gonna pop out real quick. I'm just gonna let the dogs out.
Okie dokie.
Testing. Okay, I'm back finally. Jesus, my headset died and I could not get it back.
Oh, okay. So yeah. You dealt the damage.
Okay, I got
what else?
The damage. I just was trying to fix my headset. So sword does D8, was it, or D6? I can never.
Sword. I think it's a medium sword. I think it's a D. Good old fuck shit. I'm finding it right here. Short sword, long sword does 1d6.
1d6 for the longsword.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
bastard sword or great sword deals 2d4.
All right, so 2 plus numbers. So it's a 7 damage plus the 2 other damage, so that's 9 damage in total.
10, because you said it was rounded up, right?
Well, you got a 3, and then you rounded it down, and that would round it down to 2, right?
You round up. It's 3, so it's.
Well, because you got a 3 total, but it's halved.
It's halved. Yeah, so
it's a
2, and then
yeah,
so 2.
Yeah, I didn't want to take extra damage, so I did 9 damage this turn, and then I don't fucking know however much damage I did last turn to him, but it's the same guy that I hit him with this guy.
Yeah.
This attack.
Yeah, he's taken 13 damage total.
And I am out of mana.
Actually, I think that's his health. Yeah, so that knocks him unconscious. Actually, are you trying to kill him?
No. We're trying to keep these people alive.
Okay.
And once he drops down, I just step on top of his chest and just put myself in between the guy who's try to put myself in between this guy and the way out. I don't want him getting past me without taking an attack of opportunity.
All right, cool.
Speed. All right, that's the end of my turn then.
Perfect.
Is he still holding on to Tart, or did he drop Tart?
Tart escaped. Tart squeezed
Okay,
out of
cool.
his yeah.
Sorry, my audio was fucked for a minute there.
I'm hiding behind you.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
So he is now. I still have this 10 on him. I don't need that anymore. He's going to swing on you. He's going to just full swing on you. Not holding back. He looks at you.
You can do it. Oh, so by the way, I'm wearing the guard's armor now. Does that change my armor class?
It does. It does change your armor class. It makes your armor class so it's medium leather armor, so it's 10 damage soak. But you have a -2 to swim/fly checks.
Cool. Okay.
I
have it recorded.
Yep.
And we're good to go.
Cool. And minus yeah, that's fine. -2 swim fly. So he's gonna swing at you. He's gonna look at you, and he's going to switch into.
I'm assuming he missed. That's what we're getting at.
Stance as well. Yes. So that's a 2.
Okay.
Unless a 5, 6, 7, unless a 7 hits you.
No. Okay. I just wasn't curious. I was curious what his pluses were. So. That's why I wanted to know what the roll was.
Yeah, that's it. Special abilities, ruthless +1. Damage says damage goes up by 1 in sign language. Yeah. So he is.
Just thematically, instead of me turning it into a sword, since I didn't do lethal damage to him, could I have just turned it into a freaking club, basically, and just knocked the motherfucker unconscious?
Yep, that's totally fine.
Cool. All
right. Just thunk to the side of his head, or just a blunt force sword, a sword that's just like a wooden stick.
Yeah, something like that, you know. Just so it's not like slashing the motherfucker open.
But yeah, so as a bonus action, he switches into the searing wind stance, and you
so just as a second action.
Yeah, as a bonus.
I'm trying to get us to use the right terminology.
To use the right terms.
Confusing me.
It's
confusing me.
It as a second action, he switches into the to the searing wind stance. You just see him with the shield, he holds it back, and he just starts sort of spinning the sword around in a series of crescent-shaped arcs. While he's standing still.
Meow.
And meow. Kavak, it is your turn.
Okay. And just to be clear, are we okay with lethal at this point?
It doesn't seem like it.
We have not killed anyone.
But
Okay.
it's hard to tell. From your stance, as you look up and down this alley, you can't really see anything because they're kind of far down. All you see is Tart standing behind Russ, and that's all you can see.
But you know, Kavak, that you're standing out in the open with a whole lot of witnesses if you were to try to attack this man.
Yes,
Yeah,
you are standing out here with it. Also, you're on friendly terms with this man right now. This man is angry at his own people, and he currently likes you because you just helped him. So
yeah.
Attacking him might not be the I mean, you can be like, fuck it, this guy's off guard, sweep the leg, break the neck.
No. So I just kind of want to get a general idea of what's going on. So last turn, basically the guy was like, "Yeah, fuck it." So I got the cart for him. And I kind of asked him. He's kind of just fucking like full on QAnon level conspiracy crazy dude. Well, from what limited knowledge he has, I mean, it's kind of like one of those like when you hire third party and they hire third party, they're kind of like fairly removed from the situation. So I want like I'm just kind of just like shooting shit with him. Like, so like, what exactly is like what's all this stuff for?
Are you asking because you're interested in a job, mate? Because if you are, I swear to God, right now on this fucking spot, I will give you their fucking job. They are fired. Through and through. I
Yeah,
need them
but
to
like,
finish up this rest of this job, but they're not working for me any longer.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I just kind of know like, is this like on the up and up, or is this like?
Oh, I mean, everyone knows it's not a secret or nothing. It's just where it's medicines. People can use this stuff to make drugs. It's not hard to do to take what's in this box here and turn it into some black market stuff. It's
But like the stuff like is it like supposed to be like for like actual like
It's
medicine
supposed to
for
be
people?
inside of a fucking plant, is what it's supposed to be, but we've taken it out of that plant and we've turned it into something that makes people not hurt as bad as they used to. Whatever you want to do with it after it's been refined is up to you. You want to take it to get high? That's on you. You want to take it to make your head stop hurting from a fucking concussion? You could do that too. What you're asking what the university does with it? Like I said, I'm pretty sure they take it and they turn it into something else. Whatever it is that they turn it into, not sure. But I do think that whatever it is that they turn it into, they jack up the price on it so they could sell it for a bigger profit. And if they added some addictive substances, I wouldn't fucking be surprised.
Okay.
Now
I'm
you
just
ask
like
me, why am
I
I
just want to know
taking...
what I'm getting into, man. Like I'm not trying to.
Oh no, it's cool. You're wondering why I'm taking this job for someone you clearly don't think has lucrative motives for what it is that I take this job because they pay me well, and I split it with those shitheads up there fucking off on the top of that cliff.
Understandable. Like I said, I want to know what I'm getting into. You know, man. Like I'm not trying to take a job off the dock and like turns out for morally dubious purposes. You know.
Kavak, make me another social plus persuasion check.
Okay.
Actually, social plus manipulation. Oh fuck yes,
Ooh.
social plus manipulation check.
All right.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, social plus manipulation. I got 521.
21. I
Good
like you.
shit.
I like the cut your jib. You're asking the right questions. You're not just taking any old seedy job off a fucking dockside. I understand. It's a little weird, right? But I'm in a position, right? I can't drive this and protect the car. So what I need you to do is drive while I protect the car. You do that, we split this job 50-50, because fuck those fuckheads up there. Right? I saw what they did. They fucked off with that girl. They're all off probably out fucking brothel having a good old time. Not me. I'm diligent. I work hard. You can too, kid. We split this. Be a good deal of gems in our pockets, not just those two shitty little chips I gave you. We give you a good cut of it. You just be driving. I'll be protecting. I'm not asking you to put your life on the line or nothing. Shady stuff happens. You fuck off. I understand, but I do need a driver. So can you do that for me?
I can do that.
All right then. Let's go. He puts the last box on the cart, and yep, he's gonna start driving it. Sorry, you're gonna start driving it. He's gonna tell you where to go. Alrighty. Lockshire is going to use the Sphere of Vitaverbe, which basically
Sounds.
it's a thing, and it do a thing. If I can fucking find it. There it is. First action, create 2 spheres and select 2 targets, attach them to at the start of your turn. One sphere deals 1d4 necrotic damage to the target. The other sphere heals the target for half the damage that was dealt. Okay. Russ, you get this weird little glowing ball that appears around you.
Pretty lights.
Yeah, and the other guy gets another ball floating around him. The balls have this tether attached to them. This has this like crackling weird energy to it, and that's it. It just looks like it's starting to attach these weird tendrils to him and a different tendril to you. But the tendril that's attaching to you seems to be like funneling towards you, while the tendril that's trying to attach itself to him looks weird and ominous. That's the end of Lockshire's turn. Actually, Lockshire's he's gonna go up this staircase and stand at the top of the stairs. Tart, it's your turn.
Me. Let's see. What can I do? So we're still kind of all here. Everyone's still kind of doing a thing.
Yeah. There's a bit of a combat happening now.
Yeah.
I mean, we're slowly cornering this one man. Is what's happened now.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I'm gonna cast the stone skin on Russ. That's what I'm doing.
Everyone just buffing the shit out of Russ.
Yeah. That's why I built this whole character to buff fucking Tristan. That's it.
Yeah. No, we got a buff boy over there. We got a buff boy in the form of Locke, and then it just winds up that Kavak is always like in dialogue with one of our bads.
Yep. But it worked out. It's working out pretty well.
No, this has actually gone way better than as soon as we failed that second grapple, I was like, well, this could go real far south. But once that guy didn't come to help out, I was like, all right, we might got this.
Yeah. He would have gone up there if Kavak didn't walk over and start talking to him. He would have. So, yeah. But anyway, all right, Tart, are you moving anywhere? Or are you just gonna stay behind Russ?
I'm just gonna stay behind Russ.
Russ, it's your turn.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
All right, Russ. So you started your turn in this guy's space while he is doing his thing.
Excuse me?
So you see him spinning his sword around. When you start your turn inside of his threat range, which is only 5 feet, but you are within 5 feet of this guy. Starting your turn within 5 feet of this guy while he is doing his shit makes something happen. I just have to figure out what the fuck it is.
All right, well then as an instant action, I switch to Rakish stance.
Good idea. You can absolutely do that. Searing Wind. Threat range, make okay, make an acrobatics plus focus check.
Acrobatics plus focus. All right. Let me find it real quick. Acrobatics is 3, focus is 2, so that's putting me plus 5 to my roll.
Shit.
That's a 13, homeboy.
Yeah, I think you passed.
What did he do?
So you just see him like spinning his sword around like just all over the place in these sort of like sweeping motions, and you manage to just block, parry, and stand. You can stay there.
No, that just means that my armor class has gone up by 2.
Nope, it wasn't a direct attack.
But it was an attack?
Nope, it didn't go against your armor class. It's whenever someone misses. You passed a check, he didn't miss. It's different. It's like an area. It's an area of effect attack. It's basically an aura that's happening around him. It's just the aura is his sword.
So I'll read you what you wrote. Dodge base for every enemy that fails an attempted attack at you until the end of your turn. Doesn't say he misses. It just says failed an attempted attack.
Right.
So
he did not fail an attempted attack. You succeeded a check.
It sounds like the way that like how like
I would write that misses an attack.
They're like throwing their lightsaber around. It's not necessarily they're directly attacking. They're more like just they're like basically
I would argue that that throwing a bomb in someone's direction and doing area of effect damage to a ton of people would be still attacking those people. That's why I was getting
Right.
at.
But
Think of
being
it
the
as a.
door, you're more of creating the space around you versus actually attacking. You're more like, hey, this is the area that I can attack. Like, don't get around me.
I get the argument. I'm just my argument against it is that any court of law is going to go, that's still attacking somebody. So, but anyway, I get it.
Right, but
I get
it's an aura. You are within his aura. His aura deals an amount of damage. You just passed the aura damage. It's more, think of it more like a trap, and you passed the trap.
Sure.
Yep. But
All
anyway, so no,
Is
your
that-
armor class
is
does
my
not go
turn?
up. It
Crap.
is now. Yeah, you may continue on with your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to swing on him with the sword. Well, actually, I'm going to hit him with the laser beam first because I have to do it as a second action technically. So,
laser beam.
Yep. Magic hands. Hey, crit.
Crit.
Oh shit!
Merry
All right, so
Christmas.
11.
Oh my god, double crits.
11 plus mental and what was it? Mental and
Arcana, maybe.
was it Arcana, right?
I think it's
fucking
just
can't remember.
mental plus arcane. Yeah, mental plus arcane.
Elemental blast. First action. Choose an elemental type. Mental plus arcana check versus damage. Target deals 1d6 damage. Okay. Mental plus arcana. So that's gonna be 15.
15. That definitely hits.
I assume a 15 hits him.
Absolutely.
All right. So 1d6. And I know we were adding our arcana to the damage originally. Are we still doing that?
We're still doing that. It makes it practically useless if you don't.
8.
8.
Max damage.
Boom. Yeah, so you just blast him center mass. He puts the shield up, and it knocks the shield out of the way, and the blast scores him across the chest and shoulder. You see it
Fuck
just
yeah.
rips through his armor.
Fuck yeah. Well, as my second action, I'm gonna follow it up with a swing.
All right.
D10. Swingy. That's gonna hit, homeboy. That's
Ye-
like a 19.
Yep.
That's a 19.
Definitely hits.
All right. And then we decided that we found out that it was a D6 damage for the sword as well.
Yeah, d6 for the sword.
D6. And so that's gonna be 7 damage.
7 damage. What did the
Yeah.
armor soak? Is it 4?
So 8 plus 7. Yeah, the energy damage I think goes straight through the armor,
It does.
but the sword I guess is the soak one.
Alrighty.
And sorry,
Isn't
Tart,
it
what did you do
fucking
to buff me?
alive?
What was the buff that you gave me?
You get I think Stone Skin gives you a +1 to your dodge or +1 to damage soak.
What is it? Damage
It's
soak?
important to know which one.
All right, let me look it up. It's damage soak.
Damage soak? Okay. Yeah, my damage soak is fucking high now,
I can take so much fucking damage.
right? As long as no one else over here has laser beams from their fingers, then we're good.
Meanwhile, I got the silver tongue.
That's fine. I've got a thing for that too.
D&D.
Okay, so you swing
5e,
out.
basically.
Okay, so yeah, you swing your sword down, and he
Well, it's called elemental blast.
pulls up
but yeah,
his. Oh, he's got a shield too. Fuck.
Sorry, I
gives
forgot
him-
to
But no, but his shield got blasted away, right?
That was just cinematic.
Okay.
I don't think I did all of his health yet. That was only one
No.
one round of attacks, so
Okay, yeah, he's still conscious. And you see his armor. His armor looks a little worse for wear, but other than that, he's all right. All right. It is now his turn, I believe. You're not. Are you stepping away from him or anything?
not reason to. No.
Nope. All right. He squares up with you, and takes his
Mhm.
shield and just goes and bashes it at you.
Okay.
Boom. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Does a 14 hit?
14 does.
All right. He just fucking checks you with the shield. He takes it and hits you in the shoulder with it. You hear like a crunch as it hits your shoulder. You take, max damage. 4, 5, 6 points of bludgeoning damage. 6 points of physical bludgeoning damage.
My armor takes that.
Yep. Does your armor soak at all? Yeah, so your armor
Yep,
just takes 1
does.
point. Your armor it takes 1 point of damage.
All right.
And yeah, you hear like the bits of studs and such inside of the armor just kind of creaks and groans, and it splits as he's got the sword here pinned against your arm. He takes his other arm up and he swings down at you. Fails. You just sidestep it as the sword slashes
And now
down
my
beside
armor
him.
class goes up.
Yep, goes up by 2.
Yee.
And that was his first and second action. Object interaction. He doesn't. Does he have any potions? Nope. Nope. All right. It is now Kavak's turn. Kavak.
Yep.
He tells you what direction to go. Do you start driving?
Amish buggy.
Is this a like? What kind of vehicle is this? I mean, I know it's a cart, but like, is it like a horse-drawn cart?
No, it's like a rickshaw.
Okay.
You-
So
you're-
it has
you're-
some
you're-
kind of motor.
It's basically got wheels, and you're walking it.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a rickshaw. So you're walking this thing. Do you
Got it.
abide by the directions that he tells you to go in?
So I was kind of hoping that they'd get a little bit further in the combat than they were.
You
That
try
I can
almost
be like,
dead?
"Oh,
you could try to stall.
yeah, no, I'm gonna stall and be like, oh, hey, I gotta, my hip's not great. I need to stretch real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead and make me a social plus persuasion check. No,
Yeah.
no, social plus manipulation check.
All right.
Oh,
Ah, shit.
oof.
I mean, it was a good.
social-
Yeah, it was a good attempt though.
It was a good
I
attempt.
mean,
Yeah.
it's still a 6. I mean, it's not great, but
No. He. Well, you know what? He'll give you the old insight. Maybe he'll fail. Nah, he don't fail.
Oh.
Yeah, he just looks you up and down and says, "If you don't want to fucking take the job, then fuck off."
no, I'm gonna do the job. It's just, it's
Then get in it. I know it's not fucking pleasant work, but it's not fucking shit work either. You've just got to carry this thing, and I'm not gonna fucking. If you get tired, you can take some breaks. Just fucking grab onto those reins, you hoist it up, and you walk. Can you do that? It will be good
Yeah.
pay. I'm not gonna fuck you out of this. I understand it's not easy work carrying a rickshaw full of shit.
all right. Yep. I'm gonna pick it up, but I'm gonna walk towards where they're fighting slowly. But I'm gonna meander that way. That way, in case I need to stall, it'd be an easy way to stall.
Yeah.
Because yeah, that's a good shot. Because you're going the wrong way, is what you're going to do then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So if he wants you to go this way, you'll have to go this way.
Yeah.
So you start
Yeah,
going.
I'm-
You start going in the wrong direction. He's like, no. It's that way. It's you've turned the wrong way. Now you're gonna have to turn the whole fucking car around. As
So
you
he definitely
continue.
fucking sees what's down the hallway now.
Yeah, as you guys round this corner, he will see what's going on down this way. So Kavak, you can stop. Ooh. Right here, and he
Stop.
won't see, because keep in mind, all of this is happening about 30 feet up a little ways. So if you stop right here, he won't be able to see you, but you will have only moved like half your movement. And
Yeah.
okay.
I'm good to do that.
So yep, you move half your movement there, and you start wheeling around the corner. You're clearly going slow, and he's just like, "Oi, kid, you've got to pick up the fucking pace. It would be faster if I just fucking." He's grumbling now. All right. Lockshire's turn. Yes, 1d4 damage to this guy. He takes it. He makes a. He passes. He definitely passes. Yeah, he passes. As this thing starts to try to siphon energy out of him, he just fucking dodges the tendrils as they reach down and try to start siphoning stuff from him. Locke will make a blast attempt. He's just gonna shoot his little Eldritch Blasty Blast thing over down there. He misses. The Eldritch Blast just hits his shield as he holds his shield up and it just blasts against it. Tart, it's your turn.
Brilliant. I'm gonna cast the Cloak of Alwyn on Rust because he needs to survive.
Yeah, yeah. So Russ
What
has
does that
stone
do?
skin, the cloak of Allwyn, and a fucking energy
And a
siphon.
+2 armor class because he fucking swung on me earlier.
Yeah, Russ is buffed all to shit.
That's the point. That's how we survive.
Fucking super Russ over here.
We just stack a character and send him forward.
All right, Russ, it's your turn.
Fuck yeah! All right, well, I guess
The
wait.
cloak of Allwyn gives you a armor class buff. I think it's a +1 to your armor class.
Yeah, but it's like specifically against magical attacks.
Oh, okay. It's that. Gotcha.
Gotcha. All right, well, I am gonna go ahead and yeah, I'm gonna do basically what I just did last turn.
Yep.
I'm
Swing
gonna go
at
ahead
him.
and swing on him. Let's go ahead. Well, actually, first I have to attack him with the energy hands, just because of the way the action economy works.
Yep.
So let's do that.
It's
Oh.
if you make a
Fucking
magical
not great.
Not
Yep,
great.
I have to do that first, but it's not great. So probably not. But it's a 6, so yeah, no.
Definitely no. As you blast, he just like dodges his head out of the way.
All right, and then follow it up with our club of unconsciousness.
Damn it! Crit. Roll that damage.
All right, so what does crits do on rolls to hit again?
On the damage dice, I think we treat it as max damage. That's what it was. You just auto max.
So it's 6 then, just automatically.
Okay.
On the die.
Yep. That's
Okay.
it.
So
Just
it's not it's 6 plus my physical, so 11.
11. You just fucking conk right down on his head. Just you hear like the sound of his head just crunch as he drops down to his knees and slumps over against the wall. He's looking up at you like, Don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
I just go to sleep, and I just with a hilt to the if I can thematically do this, just with the hilt
Absolutely,
of
yeah.
the same weapon, just pommel him in the head just to
Yeah.
finish
Bonk.
him the rest of the way.
Yep, he just slumps backwards.
All
All right,
I say,
we're gonna end it here.
we are gonna end here.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Combat is now over. We're gonna go ahead and end it. We're gonna pick up right here because as you finish that off, you look around and you hear the sounds of the rickshaw coming around the corner. You hear Kavak's voice as he's talking.
Before this ends, I do want to ask Locke how long my face thing lasts.
Well, it's about I think it's 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
That will affect what I do in the future. So
Yeah, so let me make 100% sure just so you can plan that out properly. Oh fuck, where is it? Glamour Self? Nope, not that one. I think it's Illusory Formation. Yeah, okay, so you have to be standing still for it to it won't move with you. So it won't move with your lips. It will work from far away, but someone right up in front of you, it will not work.
And how long did you say it lasts? 10 minutes?
10 minutes, yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah. So it's not, its lips aren't going to move with you. You basically just have like a mask of someone's face on your face.
Okay. All right. What I do next is I just lock my scarf and say, all right, start pulling, and then I step off of the person that I'm currently standing on top of.
See if
and I say, yeah, try and take his armor, and I'm going to go deal with the rickshaw thing, but I know we're ending it here, so we'll leave it there.
Alrighty. Hell yeah.
I'll have to convince Nick to wear something other than his precious coat.
He doesn't have his coat, remember? He left it.
Oh, that's right. He lost it.
Yeah, he's just wearing like a jacket. He's wearing like a vest and a tie.
Okay,
Alrighty,
I guess
guys.
it won't be as difficult to convince him.
I've got to log off now, but it was awesome. It was fun playing with you. Love you all so much. Thank you for
sure.
Thank you for playing, and I hope you
Tim,
all had
are
a
you
good
still
time.
here?
No, Tim left like 15 minutes ago.
Gotcha. All right. Well, much love, guys.
Yep, much love.
Yep.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, have a good night, guys.